everyone, and welcome! We are all together. It's December. It's festive one-shot season. So it's a festive one-shot. Woo! I hope everyone's ready for glitches and problems and furious editing and sticky fingers and slightly more than mild peril as we're going behind the scenes of our production process today and shedding a little light on our favourite characters that never get seen. The Kobolds. The little kobolds, those little folks that keep things running for us here at Roll Together, particularly in the realm of the Question Masters. If you've no idea what I'm talking about there, watch our Friday shows. Or check out YouTube, because that's where they're all going to be now. Is this one-shot going to get confusingly meta? Probably. Before we start properly, let's do a little round of introductions. Players, if you... Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns. Players, if you could give us a hey, who are you, name of your kobold, and we'll find out more about them later, so just names and pronouns and stuff. First, I'm going to say Evie first.
Oh, no way. Okay, hi. I am Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Kerfuffle, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Nominate the next person.
Tom, because you're wearing a hat.
Thank you. Now we're part of the Cool Hat Club. Hi, Tom, I use he, him pronouns, as does Lagom, who is my little kobold friend. Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him pronouns, and so does Isn't, my kobold. I nominate Josh.
I'm not just hoping you nominate someone else. Hi, I'm Josh. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Tordy, who also uses he, him pronouns, and Tordy is an anagram of what my kobold does.
Ooh, an anagram to solve already. Well, you all think about that. I believe. Yeah, all right, but Josh told us before, Sean, so that's cheating.
Sean was like, I already knew. Every time I say a word, I put it into anagrams.
There are no points for you lot for that, because I didn't set it. I believe, while the audience have a think about what that might be an anagram of, we should go and chat to our sponsors and supporters and hear about those for a little bit.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack math rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made from sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check their entire selection, and if you put !dice in the chat right now, you can enter yourself into a raffle with the chance to win some dice for yourself.
Thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can join for as little as one of your local currencies by following the link in chat or in the description below. Our D20 Club are the best. They have created a fan Discord for us, as well as a wiki page to keep track of all the Roll Together stories. Well, you can find that at rolltogether.fandom.com.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a cross-platform Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings together D&D characters from novels, adventures, games, and live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation, then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, phone, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Oh, there's also a code in the overlay below. Enter it in-game and you'll get yourself a delicious free Electrum chest.
Check out our amazing supporters at Elderwood Academy, who make beautifully crafted gaming-themed accessories, including spellbook deck boxes disguised as ancient arcane tomes, hex chest dice boxes, and scroll and codex dice towers and rolling tray pairings. You can make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
You can find us across social media by searching for Roll Together RPG or by following the links in chat or in the description below. If you can't join us live and you want to see our previous episodes, you can catch up straight afterwards on Twitch, YouTube, or your favourite podcast provider by searching for Roll Together RPG.
Since we are in the festive period of time where gifts are bestowed in abundance, if you are feeling charitable this year, please don't forget about local charities near you. They are a little smaller than the big ones, so they don't often get as much reach. Speaking of local charities, one that is near and dear to me is Saving Yorkshire's Dogs. I got my retired rescue greyhound from there, but they look after loads of canines. They really try to help dogs that are at risk. They have a saying that there's no such thing as a bad dog, and they never put healthy dogs down. We are going to put a link to their Just Giving page in Twitch chat shortly, And if you are in the giving mood, please donate to them via the link in Twitch chat. Or, of course, consider giving to other local charities near you.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out exclamation point safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG safety toolkit.
And with that, let's go behind the scenes with Jammy Janitors. The control room. A little nest of activity. Big shiny buttons, screens, cupboards full of old-style film reels, a huge pile of minis of various roll-together characters you might recognize. There's a small paddling pool entirely filled with math rocks of various colors with the Phoenix Dice logo on the outside of the paddling pool. There are various hand-drawn posters from over the years covering the walls that have just got a little G. McDermott signature in the corner. There are bunk beds in the corner. I say bunk beds, really, they're a bunch of large Elderwood Academy rolling tray tomes stacked on top of each other with little pillows and cushions inside. There's a large desk covering two of the walls, and underneath, there is underneath walls full of screens showing all sorts of videos from through the years that we've been operating, some D&D documentaries, some interviews, some live footage of the question dungeons. On this desk, under the screens, there's various buttons, keyboards, clicky knickknacks. Some of them are a little less clicky and more sticky these days, as in the corner next to it is a small cauldron full of conserve and a stack of toast next to it. Some half-eaten slices arrayed around the room, and there are crumbs everywhere. In this nest, we also find its 4 occupants, the Kobolds, capital K, if you please. And we've just finished streaming the running of the deer, and you're packing things up for the festive break. So while they're packing things up, let's find out a little bit more about them. So we know your names, but I'd like you to introduce your kobold's job, what they're doing right here, right now, what they look like as well. And I would also like you, I've given you a whole bunch of stuff that is in this kobold nest operating room, but I would also like you each to add a detail to the room as well, please. Does anyone have a burning desire to go first? Sean, you moved your hand. Go on.
That'll do. So, Isnit is the kobold who's largely responsible for scheduling and trying to get everything working. The system that Isnit tends to use is not unlike the system that a certain storm cleric uses in I cannot remember anything from any of my streams previously.
We'll get them up on the screen.
Yeah. Just like, thank you, mods. A certain tech has this similar system. It's just red string going between people, and then just Monday ? That 6 p.m. crossed through, 7 p.m. crossed through, 6:30, and inevitably it was 8 p.m. Just rapidly kind of scribbling, and with like a little clipboard as well, trying to kind of go through lists of names, recognizable names, none of which I will mention now because that would be name dropping. So this kind of pin board is kind of largely where he is. He's probably got bits of red string wrapped around him in various locations where he's just gotten tangled up and had to just. But yeah, that's what he's up to.
Amazing. Who's going next? Go on, Tom. Oh no, Josh leaned.
No, it was Josh.
Oh. Tordy is an editor kobold sitting in one of the corners on his own. He's got one of those sort of like L-shaped tables, and he's got one screen, one really large screen one side, where he's got this thing called Kobold Pro open, which seems to have all of these different like videos and things put into that he seems to be editing and putting together. And then on the other side is a much smaller screen, and it's got sort of like a YouTube, and it seems to be uploading things to it and doing all of that sort of stuff. He's sitting there at the minute editing a video that was supposed to have been done a couple of days ago, but he's been a bit lazy with doing it and hasn't done it in time, and sitting there with his little mouse clicking, and just slips his hand into a jar of jam, goes to take a bite of it, but realizes that his hand's stuck in the jar, breaks it, and then starts licking his fingers.
Amazing. Just leaving that glass all over the floor.
Okay, then no, he's not. As Lagom, whose job is general maintenance, making sure that the dungeons run, goes over, changes the day since accident to 0.
Was it already on 0?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, literally. The temptation was to do it by hour, but as we have established, what is time? Yes. So changes that. Gets a little broom and a little bucket, and then sort of looks down and is like, gets more jam and puts it over the bloody dirt, and is like, yeah, healing, yeah.
That'll fix it.
That'll fix it. I mean, I also love the fact that you've added toast in. Then we're just like, yeah, we're not just eating handfuls of jam. We're sophisticated.
So civilized.
Very civilized. So yeah, we've there is a new toaster, which is also quite sticky. Toasters, we get through them very quickly. Why are you quoting toaster? It's because we're kobolds. Well, you go into Waterdeep and someone's making a little fire ifrit thing, and we just take that and put it out there. It's fine. New.
You're implying that you got the toaster from Waterdeep.
Well, it's one of the places you can get from. We can't go to the Argoose plane anymore because people get very judgmental when we walk in.
There's no electricity.
Start demanding
in
the
Waterdeep.
goose.
That is magic.
Okay, to be fair, okay. I am imagining, though, that the broom that you're sweeping the jam jar up in is just completely solid, though. Like, it's just full of jam that has hardened and congealed, and the bristles are no longer brushy at all. It's just like...
It gets consumed, and then eventually you need to go put the jammy broom somewhere else. And that's a problem for a later kobold, who happens to be you. Yeah.
Like, you cannot lick the jammy broom that you've used to clean up the jam, because it's also full of glass shards.
I'll take damage.
Just 1 point of slashing damage on your tongue.
It's happened again!
Look, Lagom has done a very good job of, maintaining the same broom throughout his tenure. Replace the head 3 times, replace the stick 9 times, but it's the same broom.
Yeah, same broom.
Exactly. I'm glad people appreciate the hard work that I put into the general maintenance of this. And yeah, okay, sometimes the servers go down because I spill things on that, but that's science.
Kerfuffle, you have a question.
Can a draconic tongue develop calluses over time, therefore negating the damage?
Probably. You're quite resilient little folks.
Yeah.
I think so. What is Kerfuffle up to?
Kerfuffle is in a kiddie pool full of dice.
Yeah.
And they're all completely messed up from recent use. Hanging on the ceiling above her is like some D20s with some light reflecting off them to make really shiny little bits. And Kerfuffle, also you can see on the walls next to one side, there is a tank with some glowing hovering dice that just says, used by Rebecca, do not touch.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
on the other side, there is a dice jail with like little bars, and weirdly when you get close to it you can hear like melancholy harmonica music playing. Don't know where from. Have a feeling that this is the jail. They'll come out when they're ready.
Yeah.
But currently Kerfuffle is in the midst of the pool, meticulously sorting the dice by color, by type, by size, and putting them all so they have a 20 facing upwards, because they all need to be sorted out perfectly for the next use.
Incredible. I did realize, as you were all describing the room as well, there is on the wall amongst the screens and the tank of special dice and all of the cork board with all the strings and stuff. There is also a poster as well of G and Ed looking absolutely stunning in dresses as well. We've got to include that.
That's the only thing in the entire office that has not got any form of jam on it.
Yeah.
Except for the outfits, which be jamming.
Hey.
I'm not going to boo that because that was good.
No boo deserved.
It's
Also,
Christmas.
moderator kobolds, who are also us, don't let the audience boo that.
No boos allowed.
No boos.
Amazing. So in and amongst all of this, the illusionist will appear.
Ah.
For those of you who have not watched any Talking as a Free Action with me hosting, the illusionist kind of looks a bit like this person called Nat, but with a bowler hat on, elements of like purple and a very fabulous coat and very high boots that I personally would never be able to physically wear. And there's just an air of like a shimmer around her. Things look like they've got a sort of incorporeal edge to everything. But she appears in the middle of the room in a cloud of purple smoke. Oh, evening, kobolds. Congratulations for another job. Well done. Mother is so proud. Now, yes, take your hat off in respect, yes. Anyway, I'm going to be heading off to the annual Question Master picnic retreat shortly, but I just thought I'd pop in and deliver your final batch for the year. And she's just going to do a little click, and suddenly the cauldron of jam just fills up and bubbles over slightly. What flavour did you want this time?
Okay, everyone huddle. Okay. So, who got to decide last time? Okay, I still don't know what a loganberry is, but
I still say we should decide by rolling a dice.
Roll a dice.
Squint at Kerfuffle like, dice decide. Yeah, roll that dice.
Roll that dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. It's you, Lagom.
Oh my goodness. Stands up. Plum.
Oh.
Plum it is.
Looking at the others, I'm like, yeah.
So the plummiest smell fills the air. It's quite festive. There's a little bit of spice and cinnamon going on in there as well. It smells absolutely delicious. There's that feeling of nearly like floating along the smell waves towards the cauldron, and then suddenly woof, a lid appears on it. Only for after you've finished cleaning up the dungeons, of course. After that, you can have all your heart's desire. That cauldron won't empty, at least not until the new year. And all of the room occupants of the dungeon will be picnicking with us, so you don't need to worry about working around Medusa's emotional breakdown or anything like that. It'll all be clear and empty. Oh, one last thing as well. I know it's right there, but please can we hold off on pulling the lever labeled "Release the Playmaker from his demon void trap"? Just keep him in there for a little bit longer. After the Fluffles incident, we're just letting him stew for a little bit to think about his choices. Uplifting a mortal being like that, honestly. You should know that they can't be trusted with power. This is how the law wars began all those years ago. And she just sort of has a bit of a 1,000-yard stare for a moment.
Whatever the version of crossing ourselves says, you're like, oh.
The law wars.
The law was, oh no. Just books.
Anyway, I hope you all have a scrumptious time on your break. I shan't be contactable at all until the material plane begins the new year, and neither shall any of the other question masters. So, good luck, have fun, ta-ta for now. And she immediately disappears, leaving you no time for questions.
Me on the lid.
No,
Mm.
no. We have jobs to do, and then we get months. I don't know when the new year starts. We don't have a isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
When is New Year?
I can tell you that.
Goes
Isn't it
over
at
to the chalkboard.
Is it at the end of the old year?
When is that?
Is that how it works?
What day
We're
is it?
there.
Today is either a Monday or a Tuesday or Friday.
Tuesday.
I think we're Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
I think the DM said that.
Okay, voice in my head.
So 7 days
7 days.
or 14 days or 13 days.
What's 31
So-
minus 19?
I could roll the dice, but I don't think that will help.
It's the only plan we've got, Kerfuffle. Roll the dice.
1 day!
1 day.
We've got it. So
One.
One
So
day
long.
to do everything.
Yeah, long. How are we going to do it? Are we going to roll for the room that we're going to clean?
Ah, that's an interesting question. So, before we begin this, I want to pull us out of character just for one moment. I have some questions I need to ask you very, very briefly, and I'm going to roll a d4 to see who I'm going to start with, and I'm going to go clockwise on my screen as I see. So 2. So I'm going to start with Sean. Sean, can you please roll me a d8 and tell me what number? I meant to do this at the top, but I got too excited with all the descriptions.
You could see us.
Oh, no.
1 on the d8. Tom, can you please name me a dance move?
The Macarena.
Great.
Surely that's
Evie.
multiple moves.
If you just keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah. Evie, can you please name me an animal, but remembering that you're a kobold from a multiverse, so you're not restricted to animals from Earth.
Space whale.
Space whale, great.
Space whale.
And Josh, could you please name me a festive song title?
Deck the halls with, and then the rest of it that I can't remember.
Great.
Deck
That's
the
right.
halls. There we go.
You definitely
Deck the
won't.
halls
You
with
definitely
the
won't
other
need to
bit I
remember the
can't
lyrics at all.
remember.
Fa la 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 la, fa la la la.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not worth looking up the lyrics to that.
Nice.
Great. So we go back into the room, and Tordy has just said, how are we going to do this? So we're going to roll for it. Interestingly enough, so you know that the way to traverse the question dungeon, no matter what name it is given, because obviously it changes depending on who the question master is, it's all the same. It just has a different illusion over the top of it.
Nat!
No, you know that though. You're the kobolds. You know this.
I'll trade secrets, Nat!
Just
What is
different
the
doors.
point? This
Coming
point,
from
the
different
point of
directions.
this whole thing is that we're lifting the veil. So
No, my veil.
I like my veil.
I'm so beautiful. Medusa.
So there is obviously the hecatahedron of happenstance is how you traverse around the rooms, and usually when someone has been scooped or kidnapped to go through, the hecatahedron of happenstance is placed in their pocket and they get to roll it. But when you are doing the stage management and the admin and the running around, and when you need to traverse certain rooms, you know you don't need to roll it. You just turn it to the number of the room that you want to go to. Easy peasy, right? Great. Who's got it?
I mean, do we need to ask that question? Kerfuffle.
I have it.
No, you don't.
Oh.
Well, then I will have it because
No, you don't.
No.
I have it?
Nope.
Oh.
If Kerfuffle doesn't have it, then have we lost it?
Check your. We don't have pockets. Check. Everyone, check under their feet.
You
Just
all want to
Jan.
make me, all please make me a history check. For the last time you saw the Hecatahedron of Happenstance.
Ooh.
Oh, history is intelligence based, so it's just an intelligence check. Oh, I've never had to do this before. My precious. That was a 4.
Great.
Dang.
15.
Nat 20.
Wow, okay, Lagom. Oh, sorry, Kerfuffle, I didn't hear yours.
12.
A 12. Yeah, it was definitely Kerfuffle that had it last. But yeah, Kerfuffle, you're trying to think back. And this was really tricky to think back when you last used it. I mean, Lagom, who was the last person to go through the question dungeon?
Well, we did have Fluffles. I think we might be in trouble. I don't want to panic anyone, but a renowned thief who is then gained. I look at the lever and the multiple signs that say "Do not touch." I'm like, Okay. So we have a day /7 days /14 days / whatever 31 minus 19 was. Blinks. New policy. We find the hexy. We find
Hecatahedron.
Oh, I can't say that. Hecatahedron would be great, but this voice can't say that. Okay. First of all, let us have one moment of panicking. Tony, that is more than one moment.
To
Anyway.
podcast listeners, we apologise for your ears.
Oh, I'm sure this is all audio silk, as we all.
Not if I'm doing it, it's not.
The dulce tones of the kobolds' voices.
Not the dulcet tones, the
Yeah.
dolce tones.
The dulce tones.
Those caramelly tones. I will say, in your moment of panic, you do, when you come out of that panic, it's important to have the panic. When you come out of it, you do remember that you can traverse the dungeon without the Hecatahedron. You just can't control where you go. And it's not like the Hecatahedron will randomly decide for you, and then like you and the question master knows which room it's going to be, but the player doesn't. It's just, I guess you better open a door and you'll see what you get.
Oh no. Okay. But everybody else is on hollybobs, so it should be fine. So we won't meet the Sphinx, and we won't meet the 100 prisoners, and we won't meet the mirror. No, wait, I don't know if the mirror gets to go on holiday. This would be, Kerfuffle, yeah.
Is Pinecone still here?
Pinecone can help.
Yeah.
Pinecone.
Pinecone's smart.
Pinecone, the 5th member of the party.
Well, this is a good point as well. I did ask you all to prepare an item because for those who are watching, we are currently just using a Kobold stat block for these little folks. So I thought I would be nice and give them each an item that they have come up with that is relevant to their Kobold, that will give them advantage on a roll where it makes sense for that item to give advantage. So Pinecone was yours, is that correct, Legom?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone else want to shout about that item and why it is special? No, clearly not.
Secret.
You're keeping them secret. Fair enough. Okay. Well, we shall never know. I will say you were talking about all the people going to the barbecue. There is, of course, a camera at the barbecue, and you can see on one, like all of the screens sort of empty and turned off. There is one screen that is showing the barbecue, and you can see the illusionist is there, the puppet is there, the forge master is there. Fluffles is not there.
Rude.
But you can also see like Medusa, the water nymph, Rosie the carrionet, the sparkly beholder is there, the Sphinx is there as mentioned. There's a tiefling and a smoking jacket. There's a wolf, a goat, and a cabbage just all hanging out together, just really chill. Loads of abyssal chickens. Laeral Silverhand is there, and the Tarrasque as well, just with a little tiny hot dog. Just like,
That's where all the money goes. It's paying Laeral Silverhand to appear in the dungeon in person.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of, you can see like loads of people are there. What were you bringing out Pinecone for?
I mean, Pinecone's a dog, so we have to work out.
I thought Pinecone was a pinecone.
No, Pinecone's the dog.
As in, wait, hang on, the dog.
The dog Pinecone. I also happen to have this Pinecone here, which I will use to summon Pinecone.
Right. Okay.
By the dog, we mean the only dog in the whole Roll Together universe.
Exactly.
The only dog.
Yeah.
The only dog.
There is only one.
Yeah.
And this pinecone. Now, a pinecone summoning pinecone is a little beyond the remit of what I gave you for coming up with this item, Tom, I will say.
I throw the Pinecone, and Pinecone happens to turn up. It doesn't summon Pinecone. Pinecone wanders around and then thinks that we're playing catch.
Okay. Throw your pinecone.
Yep.
Pinecone does not turn up.
I've been abandoned. Oh no. Oh no. Is this what puppetry feels like? Oh dear. Well, I'm sure. Okay, so Pinecone has abandoned us in our hour of need. I mean, we can't interrupt the barbecue. We can't stop the picnic. Do we just wander in? I mean,
We don't get any jam.
oh, plums.
It's just pick a door.
Door. Tordy, stop licking it.
Tordy, as you go to try and lick the cauldron.
Oh no, I'm not licking the cauldron.
Are you
I have,
licking?
What are you licking?
I have like a flask, and as I open it, there's jam inside of it, but it's a very sort of like darker reddish brown color. It's coffee jam. That's my item.
Right, okay, sure.
He's holding out on us.
Well, you can all have feelings about that later. Are you going through the big shiny door?
I love any kind of DMing where you're like, yeah, cool, you can feel that later. Well, come on.
There's a big shiny door into the question dungeon. Are you going to enter it?
Yes.
Can we go to the shop?
Yeah.
Which shop?
Well,
It's a
okay.
shop.
So the shop is at the front doors, like the main entrance, the one that the kidnapped people go through, the one that the question masters stand in front of before they enter. You are in the control room, so you've got like the equivalent of the backstage entrance. So you would have to make your way through the question dungeon to get to the front to get to the shop.
That's a no. That's a hard no.
Yeah. Okay. There?
Door.
Door.
So obviously all of the question masters have their own design of how their question dungeon looks and how the doors look and how the doors operate. Like the illusionist is all like silver filigree and carvings, and the playmaker has the cards that go a beep beep into the thing. So they're all like illusions and glamours that the kidnapped people see, but you're obviously going behind the scenes. You're seeing the real doors under the illusions and glamours. So Evie, as the sort of the only one here that's not an official question, an unofficial question master you are, I think let's throw it to you. What do the real doors look like underneath the glamours?
Ooh, the real doors.
Yeah.
The real door.
The door behind the door.
I think it is kind of like a metal hatch with a kind of like a porthole in the beginning, in the middle, and then kind of depictions of dice just kind of a little bit around the edges. There's rust. There's a little bit of smoke coming out from the bottom. Don't know where from or why. No one's ever fixed it or figured it out.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, like the room hasn't got smoke in it. Like the room beyond doesn't have smoke in it. It's coming from like inside the door and seeping out of the door.
And through the porthole, you just see smoke on the other side.
Fantastic. You all open the doors. Is there anyone that would go first?
I push
I
the
will
gob in.
do it.
Isn't it? And Kerfuffle clonk
Yeah,
heads
we both
together.
go.
You both go
Yeah.
for the door at the same time.
Please, after you.
Cute. Hat squad. Hat squad.
That's good.
You open the door, and the first room that you come into is the number tiefling room. The tiefling that asks you what number they're thinking of, and it's usually like wood paneled walls, a lovely roaring fire, big armchair, and like a plush Chesterfield sofa situation. It is a mess. It is a state. There are books from the bookshelves. They've been thrown everywhere. The fire is out, and you've all got the same passive perception because you're all the same. Why don't you all roll me a perception check, please? Which will be a wisdom check.
16.
12.
4. Again.
8.
Kerfuffle, with your 16, as you walk in, you notice not only is everything in array, it's also everything's just a bit damp and soggy.
With water?
Yes, not sticky.
Oh. Oh. This is making like a squelching noise.
Yeah.
That's the worst kind of whack.
Ugh. Is
Better
there
get
a
clean
pipe?
in that.
Where has the water come from? This room isn't plumbed. Is it?
No, don't think. Maybe it's the gelatinous cube, because they're wet and the nasty words, the ones they don't like us saying. Yeah.
Moist.
Don't say the word!
Nobody's here, so we can say whatever words we want.
Oh, we can swear, can we? Yay!
Oh.
Bottoms. Okay. Mystery of water.
Oh,
What?
Fluffernickel.
Fluffernickel.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. The most powerful swear of them all.
Oh
Don't let Mummy know that we said that. No one snitch. No one snitches.
no! I think we're good.
Those to our graves.
Yeah.
We might end up there soon, so.
Using our pack tactics, where we're like, we stick together. Okay, so we need to work out. We need to dry things off, right? Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we have prestidigitation. Prestidigitiwi.
Pressure points. Pushable.
Prestidigi.
Pushable.
We do know this.
We do know it. As we all get out a little piece of paper, dear kobolds, you do know magic. You realise this?
So there's a bit of scrap paper that says Kobold stat block on it.
Oh, we do know it.
It specifically is like kobold sorcerer stat block, not a regular kobold, a sorcerer.
Oh.
I will start flavouring the water.
What flavour?
Jam!
Plum.
Plum.
Um,
Looks
I
like you're gonna
misheard
need a
that
plumber.
as something naughtier, so
kerfuffle. Full of wickedness.
Is that how we clean things? Do we prestidigitate it to jam and then eat the dirt?
why are we relying on the illusionist for our jam? We can prestidigitate it to jam.
Squint. This sounds like an anarchy.
This is how the revolution starts.
This is probably how the law war started. I don't know. There's no law.
And
We're only
isn't it? We'll
babies.
just lie on his side and just kind of just shuffle forwards, just eating on the floor.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 19.
You are fine. This is just a normal day for you. This is how you clean. Your stomach is strong. There's no floor germs being a problem for you. All good.
I sort of squat down on my knees, put my head in between my legs with my snout pointing to the floor, let my tongue out, and then just walk forward and lick the floor.
Okay, anyone who's going to lick the floor, make me a Constitution check. Saving throw.
I'm gonna lick the books, so a little different.
Yeah, those of course are completely free of germs. It's all fine.
7.
Geordie, you get, like, Isn't is doing a bang up job on this floor, and you start the other end and you start doing a licky floor clean, and you get maybe about like halfway along one pass of the entire floor, and you have to have a proper sit down. There's like the bit that you licked up has all sorts of dust bunnies and nasties in it, and you start having a little coughing fit. No, Josh, don't do a cough. It's bad for you.
No, I actually started.
Illusion.
Sympathy pains.
Like if I say the word yawn, you're all gonna yawn.
No, I refuse.
Give it time.
No.
No, I won't.
Kerfuffle, you are cleaning the books. Are you cleaning them by licking them as well?
Yes, of course,
Okay.
naturally.
Sure.
And also keeping an eye out of what the books are to see if there's anything that looks blue and dragony that I might recognize as
Oh.
my favourite book of all time that I can't read.
I think there is like every book that has been mentioned in the Roll Together universe, there is a copy here. Even though, like, canonically there's only supposed to be one copy of certain books, there's a copy here. So, I mean, I don't know, do you want to make me some kind of a wisdom saving throw to not get distracted by this book?
Sure. Okay, wisdom is -1, so that's 13.
Yeah. I mean, like, you get to that book and you're like, my favorite one, and you grab hold of it and you carry on cleaning other books, but you keep like looking down, and eventually you're like, maybe no one else will notice. Tordy's having a little coughing fit, and you're just like, I'm just gonna sit here and start flicking through.
See, the thing is though that I can't quite read, so I hold it upside down and just kind of transfixed by the occasional illustration.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're pictures.
Get to a page that looks juicy, or I think it looks juicy. Look around, make sure no one's watching, rip it out and stuff it in my mouth. Forbidden snacks.
Nice.
Absorb the power of the greatest princess in the world.
Absorb. You are maintenance kobold. Like, this is your job, but the others are assigned to help you. It's doing a great job, but the other two have immediately gone off the rails. What are you doing?
I only eat the dust bunnies as a special treat. That's not a let's begin. That's you pile them up in a corner and you eat those at the end. So first of all, I'm going to give Tordy a little pat on the back and go, no, eating the dust bunnies, it takes some time. Okay, I need mop. And then it occurs to me, no, too much water already. Anti-mop. Sandpaper. Yes. I'm gonna go find some sandpaper.
Make me an investigation check.
Maybe your tongue would do the job, all that's all I'm saying.
Well, we have established that it is quite calloused.
You've got a rough little tongue.
I've got a rough... Hey, folks. Add it to the wiki. He's got a rough little tongue. Let's have a look. That was a... Intelligence minus... so it's a 6.
Great. Yeah, there's definitely no sandpaper in this room. Gonna have to use your rough little tongue.
Just
Hello,
don't stick
folks.
your leg. Just don't stick your head between your legs, like I did.
Phrasing.
What I do in my downtime is none of your business.
Noted, Legom is flexible.
Lagom fits through the vents and it just yeah. Hello, welcome to the dungeon. Okay, I can't find sandpaper. The fire's out, isn't it?
Yes.
What?
So you said my name.
Oh. I'm impressed it took this long to get that. Folks, it's gonna be a buckle in, folks. I think I can at least try and clean up the ashes of the fire. That seems doable.
Okay.
But yeah.
Are the logs damp?
Yes.
And damp logs don't catch fire.
No.
Okay, cool. I have apparently the same level of intelligence as Kerfuffle, so I just wanted to clarify.
Good. It's good to know. Damp logs.
Great. So you're gonna be cleaning up this room.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna take you a little while because everything is damp. Are you gonna try and like put all the books back just as they were? Are you gonna try and just like shove them on the shelves? Are you gonna try and relight the fire? Relight the fire, or how are you intending on leaving this room?
I'm going to try and organize the books as I organize my dice by color, and if they have numbers on, by number.
Great.
You're one of those people. You're like, I just split the series because I like the reds to be together. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a rainbow shelf now.
I'm gonna
The tea
give you
thing will
the.
love it.
I'm going to give you the reminder as well. Obviously, you all have prestidigitation, but the other thing you all have is mage hand. So if you wanted mage hands to be like flying books up to the shelves and putting things, I will allow that, but you need to tell me what your mage hand looks like.
I see, it's a trade.
I think Isnit's mage hand, it's kind of like if you imagine a mummified hand, but instead of
Right.
bandages, it's string.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just wrapped up in this red string.
Nice.
Oh god, I think Kerfuffle's mage hand is kind of like a... What was it called when it's lots of things put together into a monster?
Like an amalgam.
Amalgamation?
Chimera?
Construct?
Hmm?
Oh, chimera?
I don't... So it's like lots of dice that kind of swarmed together to make a singular moving hand.
Nice. That's nice.
I think Tordy's is just jam. It's just a jam hand. Just an entire
Great.
almost like a jam ooze type hand.
And Lagom's is sort of, there's like a metallic palm, like a bucket, but then like bristles for fingers. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. In due course, you are able to tidy this room up. Are you relighting the fire, leaving the fire?
I mean, we don't know when they're back. I mean, they're probably going to come back from the picnic and then be real mad that the fire wasn't lit. And they're like, why is it so cold in here? So I think yes, we're going to try and relight the fire.
Okay, cool.
Goes through a notebook. We have chromatic orb!
We do!
Oh yes.
We're sorcerers!
Sorry.
We're so magical!
It's not in the spellcasting bit. It's got its own section because it's that cool.
We have unlimited fire.
Oh my god!
It's a good point. This does not give you spell slots, so you do technically have unlimited. It's chromatic bolt, not orb, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
Like a firebolt, but
Right. Oh, I tell you what we can do. Right. Okay, so if one of us stands near the fire, then whoever's firing at it will get the pack tactics feature that I can see right there.
I
Roll
volunteer.
it up. Are you it? I was gonna.
I am with the fire.
Okay.
Now, who wants to throw the chromatic orb? I would like to point out that my rolls have been really bad so far, so probably not me.
We just need you to do a good one.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's both do it.
I'm supervising.
I thought
Right.
Kerfuffle was designated bolt thrower. Was that not
Kerfuffle is standing by the fire to make sure that someone has advantage on.
right? Okay,
And then I'll just yeet a bolt at it. At the
great.
fire.
Roll your attack for the fireplace.
Oh, that's a dirty 20. I didn't even need to roll with advantage.
Nice.
But you might as well try.
I might as well
Yeah, why not?
try. 17 on the second one.
Oh.
Fair enough. And I'm assuming you have chosen fire, not
I've chosen
any of
fire.
the other elements. Okay.
I did. I did.
Nice.
I did 12 points of fire damage to it, so I did max damage.
Beautiful. The fireplace roars again. The room is suddenly very cozy and just as you expected it to be. And all is well. Lovely.
That's
One
what-
room down. Well done, team.
That's my only good dice roll for today.
It's all downhill from here.
That's how statistics works.
Great. On to the next room then, I guess. Who's going to open the door? Was that Lagom opening the door?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. As you open the door, you are hit in the face with just splash, 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 splash. It's not a wall of water, but it is raining sideways,
No.
and the sideways is in your face.
No. No. Cat
Just
like.
locked in here.
Cat like. I'm on all fours going. No. 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 The rain's gone bad.
If you kind of look through the rain, you realize that the room beyond is the floor puzzle room, the one that's like a long corridor with sconces along it, and then there's all the tiles on the floor, and you've got to spell out the word knowledge by jumping on the right tiles. But all of the fires are out because it's raining, so it shouldn't be raining in here. You know, the next door is on the other side of the room. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do anything about that rain.
I mean, did we have a rain day planned? Did we? I don't.
Make a
Is
history
that
check.
like a fire drill?
Oh, fire drill! We should pull the fire alarm.
Say no more.
You pull the fire alarm and the sprinklers go off. You can't tell in the knowledge floor puzzle room because it's raining sideways, but the number tiefling room is now soggy again.
I mean, that's what happened in the first place.
All right, I'll go around to start dissertating the tiefling room again.
I got a 19, so 18 on history.
Definitely
Rain
not a fire drill, and it was
Oh,
not
fire
rain
drill.
day.
No, it wasn't rain day. It wasn't fire drill.
Is there anything we can use as a front-facing umbrella?
I don't know. Do any of you have any objects that might work like that?
I'm fine.
No, I don't. No, sorry. I could throw lightning in there.
Oh, and thunder.
It'll add to the effect.
Ambiance. I believe they say. I don't know who they is, but someone.
We could just I don't know, protect ourselves with the books? The big books.
Of course.
do we-
And Kerfuffle's item is just a big volume that is water bloated of Tina's memoir. Just kind of holds it out as an umbrella to get more soggy and see if that helps. With its
Great.
laminated library cover.
Lovely. Okay, so Kerfuffle's going first. Form a little conga line behind the big book.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Go, 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 Fluffles. No, Kerfluffle. Da, 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 da.
Don't mention that name here.
Oh no!
Slightly push Tordy onto one of the wrong things. Because that's like, we're having to go along the puzzle. And you're like,
Yep. Interesting. When you actually, can you all make me a dex check as you're going along this this puzzle? Because you know the route, because you've done it loads of times before. But it is rainy and windy and slippy. And Tordy, do it with the disadvantage because Legom just pushed you.
They're not a 15. Hang on, roll again. Oh, there's a natural 20, so 15.
I also got a natural 20, so I'll just take that. Thank you very much. For 22.
That was mine. Leave it down.
No, I'm blessed by the dice. If I'm good one day, I'll get to touch the Rebecca dice.
No, they're being decontaminated at the moment so someone else can use them eventually. I imagine the Rebecca just charms any dice that she uses, and they have to be quarantined afterwards.
Yeah. And it's not Rebecca, it's the Rebecca.
The Rebecca.
The Rebecca. Kerfuffle, what did you roll in your dex check?
I was feeling pretty good with my 21, but I've been outclassed.
Great. Isn't it?
Well, I was feeling very good about my 4.
Oh. I think what happens is Lagom goes to elbow Tordy, and Tordy, you kind of get knocked backwards a bit, but you manage to maintain your balance, but you do bump into Isnet, who kind of slips and slides on a particularly slippery stone. And you do fall on one of the wrong ones. Now, you would all expect this to have a big jet of flame. Well, there's no fire. You're fine.
Oh, fire must be at the picnic.
Yeah, that's at the fire. Oh, because we pulled the fire alarm, so the fire was alarmed, and yeah, picnic. Yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
perfect sense.
Incredible. Great, you make your way through the room, the soggy, rainy, sideways room. The next door, who's Kerfuffle? Are you going straight through?
Yes. Is there a source for this water, or is it just coming from the
Sure.
wall?
Sorry, I jumped ahead. Investigate for me, please.
Sure. Okay, that is 10.
10. Oh, it's it's very high up. Rain starts very high up. So maybe it's just too high for you to be able to see from where you are.
We need to make a kobold tower. Someone get on my shoulders.
I've done it.
Quick, find the trench coat.
We're the improved 4 kobolds in a trench coat.
Kobolds in a trench coat, +1.
Yeah.
Trying to make a Tom scale kobold tower.
Is anybody going to get on my shoulders?
I climb up. I'm third in the tower.
I think what's going to happen here, because we all want this to happen. So I'm going to let you do this with advantage because kobolds in a trench coat isn't an established thing. But I think Tordy, can I have a strength roll from you? Yep. With advantage.
Oh, good.
Isn't it? Again, I think strength from you because you are lower down, and then Lagom and Kerfuffle as the top 2 is going to be dex to maintain that balance.
So my first roll was a 3, which then went to a 1. My second roll was another natural 20 that goes to an 18.
Amazing.
My 2 rolls with advantage were both 13s, so they become 11s.
Okay. You've got a good base that you're working with, though. I think it comes down to Legom and Kerfuffle. Who is standing on Isnit's shoulders?
I'm top.
You're top. Okay.
Kerfuffle's right on the
Kerfuffle.
bottom.
So, wait, Kerfuffle, you were right at the bottom.
Right at the bottom.
Oh, then you need to make me a strength check, my dear. Sorry.
Okay. Should I re-roll?
If your roll was good, I'm happy for you to take the roll that you did.
I'll
Change
do
to
it.
strength.
I'll keep it.
I
Okay.
also like the cartoon logic that suddenly Kerfuffle's up there with me, like, how are you?
Wait, if you're here, then who's? Ah!
Are we,
That's
are
the
we
thing.
still making our way across the puzzle at this point? If we just
No,
randomly start.
You've made it to the far end, and then before
good.
going through the door, Kerfuffle was like, "But where is the rain coming from?"
Oh,
So, okay, so Kerfuffle, you're on the bottom, and then Tordy, you're next. So, Kerfuffle, what did you roll?
I rolled. It was on the dice. It was 17. So if it was Dex, it would have been a 19. But now it's a 15,
Okay.
which I'll take.
You know what? It's still pretty good, and Tordy is also like abs of steel going on in Tordy in the lower half, and then
hang
isn't it?
on.
So,
Abs of jam.
sorry,
please.
I do apologize.
Nothing
Thank you.
stronger than jam.
Bouncy and wibbly and sticky.
Oh yes.
Isn't it? You're 11. If that was strength, what would it be if it was Dex?
Oh, that would be 15.
There you go. So you're actually doing pretty well at keeping the sway steady, and it all comes down to Lagom.
14.
Not bad, I'd say. Not a bad effort, team. So I think it's a little wobbly. There's a bit of, but you are able to form your tower. Lagom, at the top. This is where the rain's coming from, but it's not like you can see. There's no like spout. There's no cloud. It's just raining.
Just magical rain. It's just coming out. Just no clouds, nothing. It's just.
Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Isn't it? Swap places with me.
Oh, whatever that bad word was, I want to say it. It's scary.
Lagom. Levitate.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, but I just cast it on you,
Wait.
so wee.
I can do that on the bottom. The whole tower of kobolds.
Yeah. We're ascending.
I'm not. Please
going to
don't
the
be a
moon!
dexterity saving throw, I guess.
What if we all cast levitate on ourselves and then maintain the pyramid?
I mean, you could do that, I guess. Why did I not give you spell slots? Honestly. Oh, you got 2 a day. Two a day.
Two per
That's
day,
fine.
yeah.
All right, sure. You're fine. You don't need your dex check. What was the intention behind sending Lagom up a little bit higher? Because I think Lagom's like starting to get pressed against the ceiling now.
Can you see anything of where the rain is coming from?
I don't. I just see it's closer. It's just falling out of nothing.
No illusion anywhere?
Hold on. I try and lick the rain.
It does not taste like the illusionist's magic.
No, it doesn't taste like. Doesn't taste.
It tastes like actual rain.
Some that boring normal rain. You know.
Ow.
Water. Ooh.
Yeah. That's in my mouth. Just dribble down the side of my face. That's in my mouth.
Prestidigitated into jam. It's fine.
Okay, I do, and just jam encrusts my eye. Hooray!
Yeah, I mean, you're all immediately covered in jam because this rain is driving, and now it is driving jam rain. So
Can we just stay here forever? This is like heaven.
Oh no, because then the illusionist will come back and be so, and we'll get. I suppose we could turn it into plum jam, and then actually the problem's solved. We can't just stay in this one corridor.
It's raining jam. Hallelujah, it's raining jam.
I think that might be quite boring for the audience, though.
Oh, yeah.
I seriously turn to the camera. I do not care about the audience, and that is. Hi, Tom here. I don't care what you think. Yeah. I think I really care. You're right. We should solve this, and then we won't get in trouble, and maybe we'll get invited to the picnic next year. I think that's only fair.
Like
Oh,
on
yeah, we didn't get invited this
spotting that
time.
little injustice there.
Literally, has just after years of working here, that's the first time it's ever occurred to him. He just. Oh. As Jam pulls down the side of his face. Oh.
It's like the image of Joey and Friends next to that the false window that's raining. And it's just Jam, just like
Except it's going that way.
except it's going sideways. Yeah.
What if we clean the rooms like we're supposed to, we get back to headquarters, and we have a better picnic with more jam than the game question masters can ever dream of? And then they'll be jealous that we haven't invited them to our barbecue party.
Yeah, they're
Hey.
losers.
We're being very rebellious.
Especially that playmaker. Stupid idiot.
Yeah, well, he's trapped in a void because he makes bad decisions.
Yeah. We could invite Fluffles.
Does anyone have her number?
I have her last location. That's probably about it.
Which is here. Right? No, she went. Oh, she's with the bag. Gary. We should invite Gary as well.
Yeah.
Fluffles is connected to Evie. We should ask Evie.
Does everyone know Evie?
No,
We don't get to talk to any of the humans.
no.
Although I suppose
From the door at the end of this room.
Plot.
Sorry.
No,
Shoehorn that in there. You just see a shoehorn fly past you in the driving rain. You hear a bark.
I look at the pine cone in my hand. She finally found us. I think I need to be delevitated.
Oh, right, yes.
I have
I just-
descended.
I originally cast a spell on the gom, so I'm just going to drop it.
Comedy chaos ensues. You're a jammy pile. Yeah.
Oh, Jammy.
Typically, you float gently to the ground, but not with kobold magic.
No.
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 You comedy.
Absolutely. Yep.
Cloud shaped like you is left in your place,
Very sticky.
made of jam.
Now you're made of jam.
You going through the door?
But look, that shoehorn.
Well, hang on a minute. What about the rain?
What do you mean?
The rain.
Not relevant.
Not
Oh,
relevant.
okay. I've never done a plot before.
We lack object permanence. It's fine.
Right, okay. I've never done a plot before, right? I've only ever seen it in the documentaries.
We've made it through the rain.
So you open the next door and you all tumble out a big sticky pile into. It's a very warm and cozy cottage. It's like wattle door, walls, thatched roof, and in the middle of the room a fireplace with a cauldron and pine cone. Not like Om's pine cone. Pine cone is there, and she'll run up and start licking you all. And while you're mine. While you're
really
being
okay
licked,
with this.
while you're being licked, you'll look up at the cauldron. It's being stirred by the hag.
Wow.
Oh, hello, dears. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought you're supposed to be cleaning up everywhere.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Hello, ma'am. Do you have anything you need cleaning? Or
Oh, no. I thought I'd do it myself this year. You're all right.
Wait, aren't you supposed to be at the barbecue?
Oh, I didn't want to bother with it. It's a lot of people congratulating themselves and being very silly. And I thought, you know what? A little bit of peace and quiet. So, I thought I'd look after Pinecone and tidy up in here and just have a bit of a chill time, Sometimes when there's lots of big events on, in the festive season, it's quite nice to take some time just for yourself, you know?
We're going to have a jam party, and you're welcome to come around for a little bit if you want. We've got never-ending jam.
Oh, that sounds like a lovely idea, my pet. Let me know when it's going to be, and I'll see if I can make room in my resting schedule.
It's either going to be in 1 day, or 13 days, or 14 days.
Okay.
We don't know what time is, so, you know.
No.
No, that's fair enough. It's quite difficult, isn't it? Well, you know,
Yeah.
keep me posted.
Is it? Do you know what time it is? Is that why you're putting your hand up?
No, I've got a question for the hag. I mean, for Mrs. Hag. For hello.
Go ahead, dear.
You know magic, right?
I know a little bit.
Do you know how to turn off rain?
Well, it depends on what kind of rain.
Sideways rain.
Sideways rain. Now, interesting.
It wasn't plot relevant before, but I thought that it might be a recursion.
Oh, no, I see. No, let me... She's gonna waddle over to some of the shelves and grab some bits and bobs, and then waddle over to the cauldron in the centre. And
Meanwhile, I have looked in the cauldron just in case it was full of jam.
We've always got to check.
Well, I
I
was,
was
thinking.
thinking that, yeah.
yeah. No, it is like a dark red liquid. Smells. It does smell fruity, to be fair. But
Did we all
also
clonk
full of
heads as
spices.
we kind of...
Yes, absolutely.
This is why I wear a hat.
Yeah,
Protects.
protection. And then she'll start sprinkling some things in. I wasn't expecting you to come this way. How comes you all dove in such a big pile?
Ah,
Thingy, the hexagon,
The hecatahedron of happenstance.
yes, it's, we've lost track of it.
Oh dear, that must be quite a pickle.
Well, we know where it is. Just we don't know where it is.
Right, of course, dearie.
and it's not a pickle. It's like a little shape. It's not a pickle with a face or anything.
No, you're right about that. I do know a little something about pickles, yes. Well, I'm afraid I don't know where it is either, so I can't help you with that. Ooh. Interesting. You said it's raining sideways. Where did you just come from?
Steppy room puzzle.
Knowledge.
Steppy room. Oh,
Knowledge.
the knowledge room. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. It looks like it's also been raining in Luskan as well. Not real like material plane Luskan, our Luskan. And the Wolf Goat and Cabbage River has been overrun as well.
Oh no.
That looks like it might be a recurring theme.
Too much rain.
Lot of relevance.
We're right in the middle of it.
I lick
We need to
what's in-
work out how to turn off rain.
I lick what's in the cauldron.
It tastes like mulled wine.
You never like the alcoholic jams, do you? You know.
This isn't
Yes.
jam.
She
Scrape of his
will
tongue.
grab your tongue
Oh no.
and pull you close to her. Now, dearie, what have you been told about touching things that don't belong to you?
I don't.
Say it again.
I don't.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
you're
Lily.
lucky it wasn't my cursed cauldron. Honestly. Well, now, it
That's
sounds
sad.
like you've all got problems to be sorting out, so you best be on with you. But do let me know when that jam party's going to be. Oh, and do you fancy taking Pinecone with you? She really wants a walk, and I just really want to put my feet up for a little bit.
Like a small child who's got sticky hands, is already like in the fur of the dog. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Yay! Yay! The pine cone worked. It only took like an hour, but it worked.
What's his time?
I don't know.
Great. So she'll point you to the door out of her hut. And as soon as you it's perfectly cozy in here, and as you look out the window, it looks sunny and it's like that kind of fade wild dusk where it's been a lovely day and the sky is a little bit pink and the stars are starting to come out, so it looks nice and clear. But as soon as you open the door, it's raining again.
Raining again.
And you find yourself in the room with the river, and it has been overflowing. And just for time, I'm just going to say that you do. It's difficult, but you do manage to forge your way across to the other side. But even in here, there is no sign of where that rain is coming from. As you get to the other side, you'll see there's a couple of shapeshifter spirits. Now, what the audience sees is sort of a glowy, blobby shape with a beard and mustache. And you all recognize these as the evil beard shapeshifters. But obviously, you know who they are. And they can change to look like whoever comes in. But at the moment, they are in their true form, which is it's almost like a see-through jelly baby, large jelly baby with an evil beard. Like a plasmoid kind of thing. But you see them because they are the door that's ahead of you. They are running scared. They've run away from it and they're running towards the hag's hut. And you just kind of beard bouncing, and they kind of just barge past you.
Oh no!
Question. Yeah. Was the boat in the river room?
It was, but it wasn't moored to anything. So you saw it like swiftly being pulled away downstream.
We couldn't have got it turned upside down as a kobold umbrella.
I'll tell you what, I think what this is going to be is going to work like an infinite portal thing. So the room is very wide and the river goes from one side of the room to the other. And sorry, I shouldn't be extending my hands beyond where my camera can see. So the river goes from one side to the other, and the boat is flowing fast downstream. And as soon as it gets to the other side, it reappears like Pac-Man and reappears. So if you want to catch the boat as some kind of shelter, then it's going to take a group strength check, I think, because it's going to be going quite fast and quite heavy.
It's at this point that Josh would make some sort of lame joke about being down by the river that he's made multiple times. So I'm glad he's not here.
As am I. Well, you never get to talk to the people. Even the audience, we never meet them. They're just voices. So, strength?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shall we get the boat?
Get to the boat.
Get the boat.
I rolled a 4.
Uh-huh.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
I got an 8.
14.
I rolled an 18, so 16.
I think, isn't it? And you're struggling with the other two have been completely sideswiped by this boat. So I think, isn't it? And you're one end, and you both manage to catch it, and it's a bit of a pull, but it kind of swings around past you, completely knocking Kerfuffle and Tordy.
Don't go in the river.
So you're Kerfuffle and Tordy, you're clinging onto it, but your legs are flailing underneath. As Nit and Lagom are holding on to the prow of the boat, but you're able to just after a little bit of flailing, kind of climb into the boat. Isn't it? And Lagom, if you let go at all, the boat will continue going, and Kerfuffle and Tordy will be stuck in this loop.
I don't want that.
Okay, so you're going to drag it to the shore.
While Pinecone watches on supportively.
Pinecone sat in the boat just really happy,
She's just having a great day.
a lovely day.
Yeah.
She's been splashing around in the puddles. Sorry, Evie, go ahead.
Sorry, between coughing up bits of water and just kind of bobbing up and down, just I think I'm dying.
Slowly.
Quick, Tawny, give me some of your emergency jam supply. It might save my life.
Tawny!
You managed to make your way to the other side of the road. So you're trying to use the boat as a defense against the rain. Is that right? So you hold it above your heads.
Like Captain Jack Sparrow kind of
Yeah.
style under.
Great.
I can't stop the rain.
I think you're able to do this. You're all underneath the boat and doing a little walkie walks. Who's at the front?
There, front.
All right, isn't it at the front? You managed to make it to the next door, and as you open it, you're all kind of staggered back a little bit as it's quite windy in there, and no rain though. But you realise it is the Sphinx room, and you start getting sand buffeting. But
Just sticking to us because of the jam.
because the jam. You've been jammed and sanded.
Oh, hang on. I pull out some bread that I've got in my pocket. I scoop some jam and some sand and I push it together. I've got a sandwich.
I
Great.
take out my book that's now been sanded and I just go to Lagon. I found your sandpaper.
Hey, thank you. That will dry us off nicely.
Amazing. I mean, fortunately, because you've got the boat, great. It's actually protecting most of your eyes and faces and ears against this sandstorm, and you're able to trudge and trudge and trudge. And isn't it? You suddenly spot under your foot, like it's been sandy and rough, and then suddenly under your foot there is something soft and furry. And small. Well, I say small. It's a bit bigger than your foot. And it's brown. With fluffy ears. And it's wearing a little red coat.
Hold the boat. I've got to bend down.
Okay.
You still got the boat in the new room.
Oh no, we're taking the boat with
Yeah,
us.
you've taken the
Yeah.
boat
Okay.
with you into the
Okay.
sandstorm room. Yeah.
I missed
Isn't
that.
it? Isn't it? You're holding the Poppet's wife.
Oh,
Except she's not
Mrs.
moving.
Tempest, I'm really sorry.
Oh
She's
no,
not-
she's dead again.
She's not moving, and actually, it looks like a hand puppet.
Oh, it's just the physical manifestation of the tempest is not the actual tempest.
Oh, okay, then that's okay.
No one put your hand in it.
Not without consent.
Ask.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
But it's a toy.
Yes, but
From outside the boat, have any of you looked outside the boat yet, or are you all still underneath its shelter?
I'll give it a peek.
Yeah.
Yeah. A loud thunder crack fills the sky. This room, the Sphinx room is usually looks like desert for miles, and then a beautiful night sky with stars and a moon. That some characters don't know what a moon is, but you do.
Got the crack.
Yeah. And but this room, instead of being able to see that beautiful night sky, you can see sand swirling around, and in the middle of the sand is a large cloud, grey and silver and blue, and as the thunder booms out, lightning ripples out from it, forks. And it's almost like the more you look at it, the more you see details. In the middle of this cloud is a woman with red hair, flailing in the wind, almost like the hair becomes the wind and the clouds, eyes lit up like thunder themselves, and she looks down at you and says, "Get out!" And as she screams out, a great gust of wind blows you all. The boat is sent flying. All of you are sent tumbling back through the river room, back through the hag's hut, just past her, bye, and back through, just like, all the way through, back into your control room. And you hit the walls of the control room. Pinecone is still with you.
Does Pinecone get blown, or does Pinecone just walk in?
Pinecone just trots in.
Yeah. Nothing affects her.
We're all just stuck to the wall because of the jam.
It's like
Sandy
Roach in The
Jammy.
Witcher. Like you'll fall down a cliff and then suddenly Roach just walks on screen next to you. I think that's where we're going to leave it for the moment. Let's go on break. See you shortly, folks. Bye.
Bye!
Hello, audience. Welcome back. Now is an opportunity for me to show you the Tempest. This is the Tempest. There are various little secrets to her. First of all, she appears to be naked. Very rude. This is her little jacket. You can see it's got a little clasp and little buttons. She also, I don't know what's happened to her scarf, but she has a silver scarf just like the puppet does. But she's also wearing a little charm necklace of three hearts for the three things she cares about in the world. Was one of them the puppet? I'll never tell. Also, if you look at her little tum-tum, you can see that there is a plaster. This is where Nat's character decided to stab her, to put a sharp bale needle right into her, and technically through the hand of the puppet. So the puppet, when he ever takes his... Oh, I found her... Folks, don't worry. I found her scarf, so I'll put that back on. If the puppet was ever to reveal his missing hand, it would have a stigmata right through the palm. So that's something to look forward to. Actual stigmata, again, sort of like a lot of representations of Jesus, they have it through the palm. But if you were to crucify someone, that would just drag the nail straight through. It's thought that they would have put it into what is known as the snuff box. So if you go like this and make... Okay, it's a weird symbol, but if you go like that, you can feel like there's a little dent there. And so in between your thumb and your first finger, they could nail it through there. My mother, when she was playing lacrosse, broke her snuff box, and she thought that was very interesting, all the things to break the snuff box. So yeah, this is a little behind the scenes. Hello to the editor. Actually, hello to Tordy, I suppose, if Tordy's the one who's editing. Just dress up my wife. Why is she a red panda? Outside of the general narrative, I just thought it would be fun. I was called the Poppet. I kind of got given that name before I could make a decision on anything else. So I was like, oh, cool, have a puppet. And I was like, what would be a fun puppet? And people seem to like red pandas. So, and also I was going for the red effect. Very, very cute. I keep showing, so here's the behind of the puppet. You see she's got a little tail. I think this is the problem usually, that because I keep it down there. And actually when I'm filming, that's the issue, because we're editing around. There's a few where I've sort of brought the puppet in to the side, and I'm like, you're not getting it. So she is having to do the... Very, very cute. And as I said, she's going to murder us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of Jammy Janitors! And Jammy Janitors have been set with the task of cleaning up the Question Master's dungeon after everyone's finished for the festive period. But things be going wrong, and there's rain where there should not be rain, and we might have just discovered why. Isn't it? Found the rather empty-looking hand puppet of the Tempest, the puppet's wife. Shouldn't that be on his hand? But also, it looked empty, and lo and behold, it was empty because she seems to be free and very angry and occupying the Sphinx room in a big thundery cloud. You've all been blown back by a gale all the way back through to the control room. And you've ended up once again for the third time in less than an hour in a big sticky jammy pile. Except this time you've got Pinecone the dog, who has just manifested and trotted in, happy as Larry.
Oh dear.
Ow.
Okay, everyone, quick limb check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got our tails. Good.
Tell you what, the puppet wasn't lying when he said that the Tempest was just full of hot air.
He does run his mouth off quite a bit, considering she's literally always there. But,
I can see why she's so angry.
well, quite, We're still stuck in the pile, aren't we? Do we need to...
You don't need to roll to get out of the pile, you're fine.
Well, we do. Maybe a forward roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to roll the dice.
We all forward roll perfectly in sync. Okay, right. Okay, go over, adjust it so we can get the cameras on the Sphinx rune. And Okay, so she's very big, and she's very angry, and she has full control over water and lightning and thunder and ambiance. So,
Big word.
That's the deadliest part.
yeah.
Don't let the ambience get you.
Don't chase the ambience. No one likes ambience chasers.
Nino.
Don't you lean on him up the first and the second boo.
How is this? How is that the first boo? I'm amazed we
Have
made it.
terrible senses of humour. That's how.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
How do we appease an angry, very powerful being? Do we give them dice?
I mean,
Or jab? Jabby dice.
Jammy dice.
Oh, why have we not thought of this before?
No,
What
you're
about-
saying that we need the Rebecca's dice.
That's what I was thinking.
We do. They've not
100
discharged
dice.
yet. They
The
still have some
jammiest.
power.
The jammiest of dice.
do it.
How are you approaching the Rebecca's dice? Are
With
you-
caution.
With great reference.
Yes, I think that's wise. Does one of you want to make some kind of check to, I guess, like a sleight of hand check, some kind of dex check to? Because you said, Evie, when you described them being in a tank.
Yeah, I was kind of imagining like they're kind of they're almost radioactive, is kind of floating in there.
Hmm.
Wait. We need the tongs.
Tongues.
It is going to involve me having to get in the wires with the server and all that, so it's a good thing we're not streaming right now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
1 second.
Do we have a hazmat suit?
We do, but as we watch as his tail disappears. Oh well.
While Tordy is having an investigation for some tongs, do the rest of you want to make me a history check?
I rolled a 1.
Great.
I rolled a 3.
Great.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 1. we were not paying attention.
Team Kobold.
Hang on a minute. This
Who
is
needs
this
the
is
plot?
This is the first time that we're ever. This is one of the very rare times that we're going to do this. I'm going to pause. This is going to stay in. Can we do that again? But can you go 1, 2, 3, please? Just to suit my.
Wow,
immature
we're
awareness.
getting in-world editing, folks. It's unprecedented. Okay.
And
I can't remember who rolled what.
I got a 1.
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
That was so seamless. We didn't lose Sean's audio at all. We didn't have Evie and Tom talking over each other at all. That was totally worth it. Well done, team.
We're very good at our jobs.
Tom Lucky.
Do it one
Totally
more
worth
time.
it.
Go on, one more time. I believe in you.
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
I got 3.
Yeah.
All that was missing was Precious going meow at the end.
She's a quiet cat. She is not a pumpkin.
No. Lovely. Well, they were all terrible. Tordy, do you want to make me a sleight of hand check to get your tongs from under the wires without balking everything?
Please be a 4. Please be a 4. Please be a 4. No, that was a natural 20 for a 22.
Incredible. So you managed to deftly avoid all the knocking any of the wires that would completely pull this stream and stop it from running anymore, which is ideal because we want to know what happens in the rest of the story. You find the tongs that you were looking for. The other thing you find under here is very dusty. It's a big tome. It's a book that you've probably not consulted in a very long time. And in fact, all of the others completely forgot it existed. So thank goodness you went rooting down here to find it. It's a book that's almost as big as you are. And on the front cover, it says, The Big Manual.
Yeah, let me just take these wires out of it because I must have been using it as some sort of a conduit at some point. Connect them together. I'm sure that'll have no repercussions later on or anything like that. And then put the tongs over me shoulder and because this book's quite heavy, what I'm going to have to do is place it on the floor, lay on it, and then sort of shift myself backwards.
Well, the others could pull your tail to help you out.
Can someone pull my tail?
Whatever you say. Just tug your tail and then step out. You're like, what? Oh, we're helping.
Sorry.
I let off a little bit of wind. I let off a fog cloud. I'm going to use my last spell slot to let off a fog cloud.
We fell for it again.
Every time.
Well, Constitution saving throws all round.
Oh no.
That was totally worth using my last use of spells.
I got a 6.
I got a 16.
I got a 19. I do a lot of gross stuff. I'm fine.
Kerfuffle, it's awful. The other two of you are like, this is a normal smell. And Kerfuffle, I feel like
Fog cloud back.
I don't want to make this a gendered thing, but I think I'm going to make this a gendered thing. I think Kerfuffle, as the only female kobold representative here, I think you're just looking at these smelly, smelly boys. And there's a lot of disgust.
We have a
This is
bath
what I
every
get
year.
for-
If we need it or not. Yeah.
Sometimes every 2. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. To be fair, we also went through a river, so we are very clean now. With
Right, in the interest of time and plot and moving on. So you managed to get the big manual out. You've got your tongs ready, but the big manual is the book that tells you, it's like all of the rules and how to do things and reminds you of your jobs and how things work. And I think as you get it out, you will remember, there was a page in the big manual that was about the Tempest. So you should flick through and look for that.
Oh, hang on. Why are some of these pages stuck together? Jam!
oh, Jam!
Oh,
Isn't
jam!
Jam!
Oh, jam!
That's it. De-stick the pages with more jam. Like lubricating a car motor. You managed to
Jam
open
with jam. Everyone knows that.
obviously, yeah.
We have it on a sign on the wall.
Yeah. You managed to you get to the Tempest's page, and it's a manual for if she ever gets out. Not that she will, because no one's going to let her out, are they? then you have to re-glove the Tempest. It's like putting a genie back in a bottle. She needs to be unconscious, and you need to say the catchphrase, the key phrase, "Your revels now are ended."
I hate revels, especially the coffee one.
They're a trick. Make you think they're chocolate and then suddenly, pow! Coffee.
Nice raisins. Yeah.
I like raisins, though.
Yeah, raisins are good.
Dry plums.
Yeah.
The manual,
the jam, the plums.
the manual goes on to say that it's best to try it when she's unconscious because she's too willful to control when conscious. So she would, and it goes weirdly into mechanical detail, like she would automatically succeed on the saving throw if you tried it when she was awake. So yeah. So now you know that's how to solve that. There is another page that you flicked past. That now obviously you are fantastic. You are all wonderful and incredibly powerful in your own ways. Of course you are. But it does occur to you, as Kerfuffle said, she's big and she is powerful and she is angry. And one of the pages that you flicked past does make you go, ooh. It is labeled The Hall of Heroes. And there's a special note written in the illusionist's handwriting. This is my special room. No one is to go in. But if you ever need to, in case of an emergency, you must approach the door, the normal door, to go into the maze. But before you open it, you have to make the noise of a space whale, reciting the words to deck the halls with boughs of holly whilst doing the Macarena once.
Oh, that old chestnut. She never changes the illusions. Okay.
Do we think the Rebecca dice would still be helpful? I think they would be.
It would be like an artifact. And maybe, I mean, the Rebecca is connected to so many other things that maybe if that power, if the Tempest gets hold of that power, she'll be undefeated. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Yes, let's take it. Let's take it as an emergency.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
In case of double emergency, the Rebecca dice.
The Rebecca dice, yeah. And we got the tongs.
Well, hang on. If we don't want to give the Tempest the ultimate power of the Rebecca dice, why don't we give them the dice jail dice? And
In
we
the
can,
Rebecca dice box.
yeah, we can paint them up like the Rebecca dice.
Oh my god, we're so smart. I could feel my brain swelling.
Ah!
I think we just leveled up.
Yes!
Yeah.
Finally!
We're level 1.
Yay!
Wait,
Right,
what's the
not-
level?
Put those levels back in the box.
Oh, sorry, DM.
I can feel the feet.
I mean, this is incredible. Obviously, we do want to move on, but I think let's have a sleight of hand check from Tordy or whoever is operating the tongs to get the Rebecca dice out nice and safely without taking any damage yourself. And I want someone else to make some kind of, again, I think it's probably a sleight of hand or some kind of crafty roll to create a Rebecca's dice box.
I think the dice expert should be the one to get the dice because they're the ones that are the person who normally puts the dice in there. So I'm going to hand the tongs to Kerfuffle.
This is my area of expertise.
Very smart.
And then
Nice.
I'll tell you what, I could help Kerfuffle with getting the dice, and then Lagom and Isn't, you could work on the box together.
Use my
Oh,
mage
God.
hand.
Yeah, I would like to give Kerfuffle the help action.
Please do.
You could
I would
stand
like-
next to the box while we attack it.
Yeah! As fire starts gathering in my palm. Yeah!
I'm just going to shut the book.
Great.
I would like to
Kerfuffle.
point out that my name is Kerfuffle, not Kerfluffle. Just if you keep mispronouncing it, then maybe the illusionist will get angry again.
I'm so sorry.
Again, we
Okay.
don't say that other name.
We've
mention-
worked together for years, but the tornado that was Fluffles has just sort of altered my brain.
I also think we're all related in a way. We're all from the same hatchery. But it's work. We know each other from work.
Yeah.
Fluff a nickel.
Roll me that check, please, Kerfuffle.
Alright. Was that at advantage with the help?
Yes.
Cool, good. And what kind of check was this again?
It's going to be a sleight of hand.
Cool, so that's an
dex.
18.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. As you dip the tongs into the tank, you feel like a magnetic push, like when you're trying to get two magnets to touch the wrong ends together, and it's a bit of a but you manage to just with Tordy's is there supporting like your elbows. So as it pushes back, Tordy's there to be like, no, you got this. And you manage to
Ghosting, just like
yeah. Yeah. It's like the Pally dealing with weird radioactive dice version of Ghost.
Merry Christmas, all.
But you do manage to clamp hold of one of the D20s, and as it raises out of the tank, there's just a vague like. Great. How's the box going? Who's helping who?
Do you want to roll? And because I'm standing by the box, like pack tactics.
I will roll.
Yeah.
Is that an advantage?
Yeah.
It's cause for metal dice.
Oh, clank.
It did not call for metal dice. What stat was it?
It's like sleight of hand, I think.
Yeah.
14.
It's a pretty darn good box. I mean, it is sort of like, it's a well-made box, and it has just got Rebecca's dice kind of scrawled on it in jam. But it's pretty convincing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to get it. Yeah.
Nice. But wait, were you not trying to get the dice jail dice and put them in the box?
Mhm.
Great. The dice jail dice you don't need to roll for. You open the dice jail and you just hear a yeah. It's just like it reeks of necrotic energy. But you're able to using the tongs, you're able to pick one out and put them in the box. Who is holding on to the Rebecca dice?
I will hold as the dice kobold, I will hold on to them in the special pouch.
Great. Lovely. And are you going to head into the Hall of Heroes, or are you just going to try and face the Tempest just as yourselves?
It's an emergency. And the Rebecca dice in the dice jail. No, the other way round. The dice jail box in the Rebecca dice. No, the other way round. That's a backup in case of emergency plan.
Yeah. It would be a shame not to use the powers, and now we found the book. You know. Yeah. So, okay.
We might not get the chance to go to the Hall of Heroes again.
It's true.
Exactly. We'd have to make a bigger emergency.
Knowing us, we probably will.
See you next year, folks.
As we all get into our bunk beds, and just like, and they went to sleep.
If you please, you've been given the instructions on how to get in there.
I'm still taking the boat.
Yeah, we're not.
No, the boat flew off.
Oh.
Does one person have to do all of it, or is it like a single person can do each thing?
You all have to do it.
The Hall of Heroes.
Of heroes. Do we have to do the dance and the song?
And the
Ready?
voice.
Should we do them at the same time, or should we do them one at a time?
Do it line by line.
Let's do the dance first. Ready? Do 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 do
This is great for the podcast listeners.
We're doing the Macarena podcast, listeners.
You can do it too at home.
No, I'm okay. I will clarify. It did say, are you going to do the Macarena whilst singing Deck the Halls, reciting Deck the Halls of Boughs of Holly as a space whale?
We're warming up, so we
Well,
start doing
okay.
the dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
limbering
okay.
up. It's fine.
We all know
You've only
the
got to do it
dance.
once, though.
Right. Who can speak space whale?
I can.
Oh, perfect.
We'll be your backing dancers.
Right.
Oh wait. Oh, I just volunteered, haven't I?
Does everybody know the lyrics?
Of course, it's a classic Christmas song that we all know.
All right. So what's the first line?
Deck
Deck
the
the
halls
with
boughs of
boughs of
jazz.
holly.
All right. Good.
Oh.
I just wanted to double check. I didn't want us to sort of like start in different places.
Oh yeah, we started in verse 2.
Gosh, you picked this song.
I know. I've got the lyrics up. I just didn't know if there's another version where it starts in another place.
That's cheating.
No. Shush.
Right, Macarena, Space Whale, Deck the Halls of Boughs of Holly. On 3. 3. Deck the Halls of Boughs of Holly. Oh, the halls of Holly. Is it working?
Yeah, it is. I just thought I'd leave it to see how long you kept going. Yes, great. The door. Well done, Tip. Well done. Well done. Well done. Yes, the door opens and it's like neon strip light around the outside and smoke is coming in. It's very stars in your eyes, very 80s. And as you head in, the smoke follows you in and it's beautiful inside. The floor is like polished white marble. And again, there's these like neon lights everywhere and a disco ball in the center. And then a really plush sofa and lots of mirrors. And this is where the illusionist, she likes to hang out and just try on the different heroes that have been through the question dungeon, just to see how it feels, you know, just to see how it looks on her, just try little things out. So what you see in front of you is like the walls where there's not mirrors. There's a section of it that's like one of those wardrobes that's like a row of hangers, but it like rotates like a vertical Rolodex full of costumes. And there's a little panel next to it. And as you look at the panel, there are heroes' names. You know the heroes' names. They're all together heroes. All different shapes, sizes, peoples from all over the place.
This is going to be a really stupid question. But, because I know where we are, but is there a list of the villains?
I mean, it depends on whether you count people like Jack and Nora as villains.
They're heroes of their own story.
In
Very
fact, no,
bad story.
they're not there. Oh no, Jack is. Nora is not.
Yet.
It's yet. It's only the ones that have been through the question dungeon.
Oh. Okay, well, that makes my question seem even stupider, which is good.
No, well,
Who's everybody's favourite? From everybody that we've had come through, who's everybody's favourite? Let's go with that. Let's go with our favourites.
yeah, okay.
Because I take it we're going to take one and actually dress up as them. That was
I mean, even if it doesn't solve the problem, it's fun to dress up.
yeah, I mean, it seems
have a
plot relevant, so...
montage.
Montage!
Montage!
Who would you try on in a montage? Knowing, spoilers, audience, we've already picked who they're going to pick. But even knowing that, who else would you try on?
I'm just stomping around as Vok, going, oh, it's very big. Oh, I'm still dead. That's not good.
I'm Giacomo! Way!
Hey.
I don't love my wife! Way!
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, I don't think Giacomo
I'm
ever went
dead.
through the dungeon, but I mean, fair enough.
Did he not? Oh, I thought he did.
Well, maybe it turns out the villains can go in the dungeon.
Any more adding to this montage?
Try both Georgie and Alt Georgie.
Oh.
They both feel like trauma.
What if you combined them both together? How would that look? What would you be? Ultimate Georgie.
I'm picturing like one of you putting Georgie on and one of you putting Alt Georgie on and recreating the Spider-Man meme.
I thought you were going to say the fusion dance.
Fusion.
That too. What about Kerfuffle?
It's just like every single character fled from my mind for a moment. So I'm going to say comes out in like an ephemera costume, but the hat is way too big and just comes down over her eyes. Like, where's everybody? I don't know what's going on and I'm scared.
Oh, no.
Just like ephemera.
Yeah.
Also, now, what was the name of your Bale who went through?
Oh, Tesalin.
Tesalin. I mean, canonically, she did stab the Tempest. That's the reason the Tempest does it, so we could try, but that seems very traumatic for everyone.
Is it Tesalin naked, basically? Because...
Camera pans down. Hey!
Eyes up here.
Oh, yeah.
These don't have genitals in the same way that mammals do.
I'm going to dive out of the Rolodex thing, dressed up as Jakarth, roll, and go to fire an arrow, but instead it flings backwards.
Ow! Okay, maybe not. No.
No. Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna.
Good choice.
And then this
funny
is
enough,
my friend
as you-
Roger.
Yeah. And it's, you know what? It's actually the putting of Roger on your shoulder that does it. As you strike that pose, you suddenly feel actually like a lot. You were not too bad on the dexterity side before, but you're actually feeling a lot more dexterous. Like you could do some sick flips now. Your intelligence hasn't gone up that much though.
Yeah, I'll just start jumping around like a Looney Tune.
Oh, Vedex, I know who I want to be. Dives in, has a rummage around, comes out. I'm an ice princess.
Yay!
I mean, canonically, very much not, but
I hate myself for even saying it.
and what a beautiful little ice princess you are, Kerfuffle.
I know who my favourite is.
So I'm gonna press the buttons, and then the clothes just kind of
Ow. I'm Rhodey. Rhododendron. Garbage patch. Spalabag and pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
He had a lot of names.
Too many for us to remember.
Even Sean couldn't remember them all the time.
And he knows everything.
He knows very little.
Look at Pinecone. It's like, well, it doesn't seem fair that you don't get it. Hold on. as I just pop a pair of antlers on Pinecone, and then spare antlers.
Hang on. Wait, hold it. I actually still have them here from when we did Trust and Glass.
Yay! Yay! It's me, Pip, the slightly happier version. The one who didn't get chopped to pieces last week. That was very graphic.
What was us today?
Yes!
What is time?
Back in the Jeremy.
Yeah.
Right. So, if we've taken on characteristics of these characters, should we try and do their voices?
Oh my! I don't think I can actually keep that voice up. It's quite grating, really. You know, this voice absolutely fun, but this one, but I'll do my best.
We got a proper LARP here. Ooh.
Proper larpet, sorry.
Oh dear, and everything.
I can probably do the accent, but another voice. Oh dear. Oh, that sort of thing.
Hang on, let me try and imagine that I am the best person in the world. Hello, I am Tina, and everyone should worship me. I think I've got it. I think I'm doing well.
Yeah. You're doing great. You're doing great.
And somewhere out of nowhere, Pinecone has a bag of salad and is just chewing through a bag of salad.
You're doing the full cosplay.
And just kind of like spits the leaves out because dogs don't like salad.
No one likes salad.
Poor salad.
You need a character called
We need a
push away
character
the salad costume.
to go with bread and milk. No, toast and milk.
Toast and milk, yeah.
Oh dear. Right, okay.
They
You've
should,
gathered your character.
they should have an adventure together. The milk toast adventures of milk and toast.
Tom, you look like you were about to rip your antlers off in outrage there.
How very dare.
Right, good. And now you've put these characters on, you find actually that you look in the pockets and hey, you've got items as well. How exciting. And you have a little play. Those of you that are magically inclined, you feel like suddenly you have more spells that you can do, but you actually probably have to keep an eye on your spell slots now. So you should make sure you don't. spell them
Mortal
in one go.
limitations.
Difficult, huh? Great. You're all tooled up. What's the plan now? Are you gonna just stomp back in there?
Okay,
That was like a plan.
You got
when
your
we
dice?
go in, do we try and get the Tempest to take the dice jail dice first? To try and doom them?
Gift, yeah.
And we offer it as the Rebecca dice? Like, we wanted to give you an offering, all-powerful Tempest. As our new ruler, or something like that. Do you think she'd fall for that?
Well, if we're trying to explain that if you're here, you need kobolds to work for you. And that's what we're doing. We're working because our previous bosses left us to go have holidays and didn't invite us. I'm fine.
Maybe we should embrace her as our boss.
I mean, that's an alternative. I mean, she's definitely stronger than the puppet. I'll give her that.
I don't know. I don't know that the DM's planned for this, so we should probably just stay on track.
Okay, she takes the bad dice, then we bonk her on the head and knock her unconscious.
And stick her in a puppet.
Yes.
Who's good at lying now?
I
A good distinction.
think I might. I think I feel like I might be.
Try telling me a lie.
You look very handsome.
I believe that.
It worked!
Hooray!
Or isn't it? Great. So, you're able to start heading back into the maze. The rooms, because you've not got the hecatahedron of power, they've kind of stayed in the same orientation. They've not changed. So, the first room is the tiefling room. It does look as you left it, so it's a little bit soggy because you opened the door with the sideways rain, but generally it's fine. And Pinecone is like trotting along with you. You head into the knowledge puzzle room. You get splashed with rain to the face again, unless any of you have anything that you can do about that.
I do have a shield now, so I climb on the back of Pinecone and like put it over her head, just to protect her.
Oh,
Hey, all versions of Tom are protective of this dog. Just-
Well, I'm currently carrying a version of Garnot's shield, which is fit to the size of Garnot. So that's like my entire body. So I just sort of do that, and then it covers me, and then I just walk.
nice. Actually, it's something I'm gonna give you the option of doing. So you can keep going through the rainy room and the hag room and the overrun river room. You might find the boat again if you go that way. But I know isn't it? We've not spoken about your kobold item yet. Do you want to tell the group what it is? Because I know.
I'm not going to do that voice. It is a ball of red hempen string, but it is an infinite ball of hempen string, which isn't it uses whenever they need to go through any of the maze puzzles to kind of not get lost, because that keeps happening. He keeps forgetting where everything is.
Mm-hmm. I think in this instance, I'll give you the option of using it. I think it's got that tiniest little spark to it where if you roll it and let it unravel, there might be a sneaky route that you can use to bypass some of the rooms and maybe come into the Sphinx room to the side if you want to do that instead, or you can go the way you went and find the boat again if you really want the boat.
Oh, I could hold the other end. Hang on.
I'll take the dangling end of string that would normally just kind of filter off, and then just and yeah, we'll try and find an alternate route in.
Yeah, you all happy with that?
Mhm.
Great. Yeah, it'll take you around a few different rooms that we've not seen. You'll go through. There's a room full of keys. There's the dragon's treasure hoard room that you'll sneak through as well. Obviously, the dragon is at the barbecue; it's not there. You'll go through the carrionet room, and it's completely empty.
Oh, no.
Oh. Phew.
I mean, it's worse without them here. Anyway.
Yeah, you end up coming into the Sphinx room. Now it is, I say a room, it obviously is like a big open desert space. But as you enter, the Tempest is not directly facing the door that you're coming in from. What is your plan here? Are you riding in, offering the dice? Are you charging in? Are you trying to sneak?
I think we go with the ruse, or at least one of us does, of we are supplicants offering dice, get her to come close, and then we bonk.
Great. I will remind you that the glove puppet is over by the original door you came in. So if your intention is to trap her again, one of you will have to go and acquire it at some point. But it doesn't have to be now. You got to bonk her on the head first. Great. If you're going to sneak then... Wait, my brain just left my head. Was that the intention?
I think it was come in as supplicants.
Yes, okay. So as you enter, the storm is raging. You see the woman at the center of the cloud. She does look like there is a solid form there, but then occasionally it wisps off into the cloud. It's like she's half formed. She's not at her full old presence yet. And she will... she's raging at the moment, but you can see actually in her hand this time, now you come from the side, you can see the hecatahedron of power in her hand, and she's mulling it over and looking gleeful about it. Finally, I will have the power to overthrow all of them. Oh, you're back again. What do you want?
Oh, great and mighty Tempest! As you have now assumed ultimate power over the dungeons in this realm, we would like to be your kobold employees that are very useful in keeping it running. And as an offering of our loyalty, we bring you the Rebecca dice.
We're very fickle.
I thought I had the most powerful polyhedron in this place, but you possess the Rebecca dice.
We bought them out special.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh.
As we're all still bobbing up and down. Yeah.
Bow.
A 20 for a 29.
Incredible.
The blessing
Incredible.
of the dice.
The blessing of the dice. Can you believe it? She looks at the hecatahedron of power, of happenstance, and then looks at you. Well, hand them to me.
I can't come up there. Can you come down and get them?
The cloud coalesces slightly, and it's almost like she's now sitting on a throne made of cloud that sort of floats its way down to you. And as it rests upon the floor, the smoke of the cloud kind of rolls towards you as if there's a little carpet now for you to walk up to her.
Okay, I walk up to her, hand the dice over, and as I do a little bow, bonk.
Are you just going straight for a bonk on the head?
Oh, do I have teenage intelligence now?
Yes.
Oh wait, it's still +0, so... Get my... I might...
Just while Evie is looking at that, are the rest of you walking forwards as well, or are you staying put?
I would stay put because I now have a sorcerer's hit points.
I will be walking forward because I now have a frontliner's hit points.
I am slightly turning nutmeg / pinecone. Other nature is available. Slightly angling her towards the other door because I'm like, oh yeah, hand puppet, yeah.
So, catapult isn't a ranged spell attack.
Mm.
It's just a dex save. So I can kind of do a catapult on my scepter to her head.
Just like pulling it back and releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would not have your scepter in your hand anymore because it will fly forward and slap her with it, essentially. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, great. You will get this as a surprise round, but could you all roll me initiative, please?
Woohoo.
Is this fair?
And okay, I've got Lagom at 14 and Tordy at 12. Isn't it? What you get?
12 as well.
12 as well.
Roll off.
I have a feeling that that Tordy Garnot might be slightly more dexy than you.
+5.
Yeah.
+1.
Kerfuffle?
19.
19.
Hey.
Nice. All right. Okay, so Kerfuffle, you will be first to go, but you get your surprise round. So what do I need to do? Dex save, was it?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Hua. Okay, no, I rolled a d10. That's silly. I mean, I rolled a 20 on it, but it was a d10, so it doesn't. Okay.
How do you roll a 20 on a d10?
It's a percentile. That is going to be a 16.
That does not make it.
Incredible. Do your damage.
Cool. So I'm using a 4th level spell slot because I think that sounded jabby enough. So it's 68.
Nice.
I forget how much damage she does. Let me get my dice. Hang on.
Here we go. Everyone get ready to start counting.
6. There we go. Okay. It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 points of bonking damage, please.
Kabonk.
23 bonk.
Now, you said, is that bludgeoning damage?
It is. It has a symbol and it has a hammer. Bludgeoning. Yes.
Yes. Okay. And your scepter, is it magical?
No.
Okay.
It's probably just cheap plastic.
Then you notice she maybe takes a little less damage from that than you thought she might. It's like part of it does connect, but the rest of it, the clouds around it. Yeah. But that was your surprise round. And as she stumbles back slightly, like gets up off her cloud chair and sort of floats slightly in amongst her cloud, you get to have your turn because you are top of initiative.
Ooh, excellent. Okay, I will see that, and yeah, I will do this. So what Kerfuffle actually says is, and now an ice storm. But what I actually cast is immolation, and I am very surprised to see flames appearing.
Incredible.
I think it's broken.
What is happening right now?
As you say that, she says, "No, I am the mistress of the storm." What is this? Please, how does immolation work? What's happening here? Are you rolling? Am I rolling?
So it's another dex save.
Uh-huh.
I just realized. Wait, these are magical flames.
Great, good to know. Oh, sorry, that's me. Hi. I'm the one to roll. Hi.
You're just dazzled by the magical
Blanked
flames.
out for a moment. Okay, well, I rolled in that one. I think she's going to legendarily resist that.
What?
Yeah. So she succeeds, but you get to do half damage.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so on a successful one, she would have caught fire and taken the full damage, but because she was good with it, no, she was successful, but failed for me, half damage, and she doesn't keep catching fire.
Okay.
So that is only 4d6, so my catapult actually technically did 4 damage. Oh, okay, it's 2 6s and a 4, which makes that 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18
Nice.
points of magical fire damage, please.
Great. Yeah, she screeches and twists with and you can see like steam rising from where you hit with the fire. Fantastic stuff. Anything else? Any bonus actions?
Let me check. One moment.
Sure.
Ha. I'm going to use a kobold feature, actually. I'm going to
Please do.
make a draconic cry.
Yes. What
And-
does your draconic cry sound like?
Caw-caw!
Great.
Like all great dragons.
Love it.
Mhm.
Amazing. And so that gives advantage.
Yes, so until the start of my next turn, you and your allies have advantage on attack rolls against the enemy that could hear you.
Great. Amazing stuff. We now switch to the Tempest's turn. Lagom, you're going to go next. And with that, she's looking down. So, Kerfuffle, you are right there in front of her. Tordy, you're not far behind. And she will look at you all. Betrayal! And she will reach behind her and pull from the ether her lightning sword. And it's like the lightning within the cloud just forms in her hand. And she does a great swoosh. That's going to be a 19 to hit you, Kerfuffle.
That does hit. I will also just say that additional 5 magical damage that I forgot to put on for the last one. I don't suppose that makes her unconscious and me not have any damage.
It's not quite enough. No.
She was
Worth a
very
shot.
weak in the war. This is why things worked out that way.
Tom, can I just ask, as you're now seeing the Tempest in action, are you seduced?
I mean,
You have to tell us if you are
If you are seduced.
no, my catchphrase. I mean, she's very big. Yes, okay, fine. The angry redhead is, yeah.
So with a 19 definitely hitting you, Tino, yes?
Yes. I'm sorry, I've not done TD in a while. Just seeing if there's anything I have for reaction. Is it a... No, I haven't. Good.
How
It hits me.
far away is Tine from us down at the bottom?
Well, we didn't specify, so I'm happy to say within. I mean, she did walk forward, so maybe
Yeah.
15 feet away from
Fair enough.
from Lagom and Isnet, and Tordy, you are. I'm happy to say 5 feet away from Kerfuffle.
That's fine.
Okay.
Something else I could do if people were closer, but yeah.
Sorry. You chose not to walk forwards, dear.
You're very right.
This lightning sword is going to plunge into you, Teenate, for 28 lightning damage.
Ooh.
Ow.
And then she's going to pull it out and swing it round, pointing it at Tordy next. I'm assuming a 30 will hit you.
A 30?
Yeah.
Is that a crit?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll hit. Owie.
Right. Yeah. Look, I know you're all excellent players, and you know how to do this thing, so I don't want to make it difficult. 24 lightning damage slashes you across the face.
Oh no! I just pull out the stuffed Roger and I hold it up in front, and it glows, and then like a shield appears around me, and I'll use my telekinetic field to reduce it by a. What level are we? Level 9. By a D8 plus my level. I reduce it by 5, so I take 19.
Great. Lovely. And she's going to stand there, glowering. You can't take me on. Pathetic. Tordy. No, not Tordy. Lagom. Lagom Pip.
Lagom Pip. The hand puppet. How far away is that from us?
Probably. I mean, angles and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a large room. I'm gonna say it's probably 60 feet to get there.
Well, how delightful. I happen to be riding something that has the movement speed of 60 feet. So if she dashes, which she will, as I'm like, oh, I remember, yip! And yeah, just...
Would you say you're dashing through the sand?
On a one dog
Open.
Nutmeg sleigh?
nutmeg?
Nutmeg sleigh. We'll workshop it later.
Nutmeg sleigh.
Literally, Yas Queen sleigh.
I feel like Ali's spirit just kind of coalesced in this room.
just a little like
Like a force ghost, and Ali's just like, yes.
just in the sun, we can just see Tesele's nipples. Is it Tesele's nipples?
Aubrey.
Yeah.
All of their characters have
and
visible
Aubrey,
nipples.
yeah. To be fair,
Aubrey, yeah.
Oh.
The sky is full of nipples now. We have summoned the alley spirit.
beautiful.
The true spirit of the season.
Well, as I said, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. That's just there in that room now.
It's just the sky is full of nipples, shining like stars.
They're finally free!
So, like, you make it.
I reach down and go, and yep, there we go. Put you there. It's sort of like, I think if she's dashing, I was like, went that way, and now I'm coming back. And I'm like, I'm back.
Great.
Yeah, you said she's about 15 feet away, right?
Yes.
How long? 10 feet. Pip uses a lance, which is about 10 feet. So I'm just like...
Not quite close enough yet.
I think if there's like a slight angle, it's like almost like tapping her shoe.
You can get the base of the throne.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. I look down at Pinecone and was like, this is where having some ranged attacks might have helped, but say I didn't tell him what to do. Just having
Well, let's be fair. If we imagine that she is in the center of this room and you've come in from the side and you were here and then you've gone like down, you didn't have to go back to the point that you were at. You could have gone to her instead, right? That's maths, yeah?
As I come round the side on my dog, does that mean you're giving me an attack, Nat?
Oh, it's Christmas.
Yay! As the lance goes kerplunk, does a 23 hit?
It does, yeah.
Marvelous. So that's... Oh, beautiful. We start with 18 points of... is it piercing? Yes, 18 points of piercing. Magical lance.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Good that it's magical.
Then...
Just to start, just as an aperitif.
Yes. Yeah, well, here we go. Fight him. Dirty 20.
That will hit, yes.
That is... Ooh, lovely. 16 points of piercing.
Great.
Yes.
Have you got your third attack yet, or is that later?
That's later.
What?
I could always action surge.
No time like the present.
I'm like,
I mean, you
yeah.
know Tordy's going to when it gets to Tordy Garnet's turn. So.
As I do that, and I just hear a voice in my head go, actually, you've got something that could help there. I'm like, thanks, Pip! It's all right. Happy Christmas. I action surge. Third attack is 15. Doesn't hit, I assume.
Will hit just.
Blooming Nora.
She hits hard, but she is easy to hit.
I was trying to say, don't I know, which sounds worse than it is. She canonically beheaded the puppet. It's fine. They all couples have arguments. Some of them get beheaded. It's fine. So that is...
That was going in a more of the you tapped that direction, but, you know.
I mean... We do canonically have children who he never talks about. It's almost like he's a terrible person. 12 points of piercing.
Yes, lovely.
And then 24 to hit. And only 7, unfortunately.
A meager 7.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, team. I've let myself down.
I mean, we've done pretty darn well so far. Don't put yourselves down.
As that sort of final one hits, I just sort of go, I mock thee! And just like paint, just like, so like foresty brown. That's the unwavering mark. So actually, no, I'm wrong. I can't do that because it has to be within 5 feet, and I'm 10 feet away.
You're 10 feet away.
I mark thee!
No, you don't!
Oh no, my paint! Again, voice in my head going, you need to be closer, mate. Yeah.
I mean, you've definitely got her attention. You just went 120 feet and then stabbed her 4 times in 6 seconds.
I'm the best at what I do.
What can I say?
And then I just sort of go, look, it's you.
Where did you get that? Put that back.
No, it's mine. Look. With my callous tongue.
Lick it.
Delicious.
I'd just like to point out, I don't know if you did it or not, but all of those attacks had advantage.
What?
Because of the draconic
cry.
Oh, God.
I mean, none of them were crits, so...
Should I just roll 4 times?
Go on, then.
Crit. That wasn't a crit. That wasn't a crit. Boom. Dum. That wasn't a crit. Dum. Dum.
That
wasn't a crit. Wasn't a crit. Wasn't a crit.
Dun, dun.
Hey, folks. None of those was a crit, but all of those would have hit. Put that on a t-shirt.
Not
wasn't
a
a crit. Wasn't a crit, but it would hit.
Look on the way!
Incredible. At the end of your turn, furious at the fact that you are licking the puppet, she's going to take her lightning sword, and she's holding the hilt of it, and it sort of it transforms the lightning sparks away from a sword shape and more into a spear shape, and into a more solid Zeus-like thunderbolt. And she is going to hurl it at you. Could you please make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, I'd rather she didn't.
I really want that. I really, really want it.
19.
That succeeds.
Oh, beautiful.
Just
Oh.
succeeds. So as this lightning bolt courses through you, I mean, you've all seen Lagom just absolutely speeding around, absolutely storming it. And then this lightning bolt shoots through them. I think you're not pushed back, but it does like you're nearly knocked off the back of Pinecone. And my dice rolled terribly, so you actually only take 5 lightning damage. So it's almost like it kind of scoots around you, and it's like the edges of you are singed by this. Fantastic.
But as a kobold, there's just a little bit of smoke anyway. I'm like, that's normal. You could have hurt you! Look! Look!
That thing is not me. I am so much more. Isn't it? Isn't it your turn?
Isn't it?
I thought it was Tordy with the higher decks.
Oh.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's put you above.
Yeah.
Tordy then.
Oh, I was going to say something then, but my brain went funny, so I'm not going to say it. So she's on sort of like ground level. She's not up in the air sort of thing.
No. You're within
Good.
10 feet.
Good. So I'm going to sort of got the character sheet for Garnot in my hand just as my turn starts. I'm like, oh, well, this is a different version of Garnot. He's a level higher than he normally is. Interesting. Can we actually use their powers like them, or is it more of a, like instead of my psionic powers being psionic, it would be like flashing lights on my armor sort of thing?
I think it's as you've put this character on, even though you are still you, Tordy the kobold, inside, you feel a connection to the psionic world in the way that Garnet does.
Got this. Put the character sheet away, get some jam out, stick it on my chin, get a tuft of hair, stick it there so it looks like I've got Garnot's like chin strap bit. Yeah. And then I just start glowing white as I run towards her. Sword that's like 3 times too big out with the shield, and I start attacking. I'm going to make 2 attacks.
Please do.
Oh, this is with advantage. So the first attack will be, oh my lord, a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
The second attack will be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, huh?
The energy, look, there's like white psionic energy that glows on the blade as I'm going to do Psionic Strike. I also get on the first attack just a little hint for the audience for what direction Garnot is going in. I'll also get Sneak Attack.
Oh.
So sneaky.
So sneaky.
Kerfuffle Tine is right there.
So, why did that roll? Oh, okay. So that is 17 points of piercing damage. And
Your sword is magical?
Is magical, yes. And 3 points of force damage from the first attack.
Great.
So 20 points in total.
Great.
The second attack will be 14 points of magical piercing.
Put that puppet down, Tom. She's not alive.
5 points of force damage. So that's 19.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the aura has been building up around me, it just cracks and shatters into dust. And I will use action surge to attach 2 more dams.
Great.
I love Garnot. That should be with advantage. So let me roll that again. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, huh?
And so nearly a crit, a 30 to hit.
I knew he quit.
It's a crit.
Waffles is back. Oh no.
Oh no. So that is going to be 12 points of magical piercing damage and 4 points of force damage, for 16 in total on the first one. And then 13 plus 5, 18 points of damage in total on the second one. Or magically.
Magic.
Incredible.
And then as my bonus action, as the flakes and bits of psionic energy are just floating around me, I just breathe it in and use psionic recovery to gain one of the points back that I've just spent on the psionic strikes. And then that's my turn.
Incredible. As you've come in for this flurry of blows, not in the monkey mechanical sense, but Garnet's flurry of blows. Gosh, can you imagine Garnet with also that?
It was a toss-up between
Disgusting.
monk and rogue.
Disgusting. Little, almost like when someone is working in a forge and the hammer hits the sword and little sparks of fire like spurt out and roll along the floor, the stone floor. Little sparks of lightning burst out of her and zzz, along the sand before disappearing. She is looking shocked and staggered by this onslaught, and she is going to call out, "Help me! We can't lose this!" And out from underneath her and behind the throne, 5 animated dolls are going to stagger out, each with a pin.
Oh no!
You can't stop the revolution. I'm going to start staggering towards all of you that are close to her. But isn't it your turn first?
Yeah, I think it is my turn.
Yeah, can I just take a moment to just say how absolutely terrifying it is when you do an animated doll voice?
Why we don't let her in the room? We're just like, no, we're skipping.
There's the gnat who in a past life worked in a scare attraction. She just has to come out sometimes.
And of course the dolls have joined the revolution. Of course they have.
All right. That makes my turn a little bit easier. I was looking for stuff that I might be able to hurl that she wouldn't just legendary resist. So I am going to use. So Isnet is now wearing kind of Rhodey's Misium apparatus and kind of is playing with the dials and like scrolling through the spell list, which is handily, it's just like a couple of post-it notes on the arm.
Heavens help us all.
And has found a spell that Rhodey has that I'm going to attempt to use. So Isnet starts kind of dialing one of the dials, and you can see kind of the arm of the Misium apparatus kind of, it's got a sun on it, and then it just suddenly kind of flicks over to moon, because I'm going to try and cast sleep at 4th level to take out some of those dolls. I am changing their biological clocks to nighttime, which means I have to do things.
I don't want to go to bed, is what they all say in unison.
Do you now understand what time is?
Yes.
Yeah, that is
isn't
the.
it does. I was like, me? Do you mean me?
Nat,
I'm,
do you
I'm
know
watching the
understand
clock.
Nat, do you understand it's bedtime? Nat, you need to go to
no.
bed.
Okay.
That's a power move against your DM. You're like, go to bed. You need to stop.
So I've announced it's at 4th level, and now I have to work out how many dice that is. So the base is 5d8,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's 2 more d8 for every slot above first. So that's another 6. So I've got to roll 11 times. So that is 6, 13, 15 on 4 dice. That is 25, 31, 39 on 8 dice.
I'm gonna have to do some maths here.
That is 51 HP worth of sleep. So I'm guessing they're all the same.
Mm-hmm. How
How
many
many
do you
do I-
think? How many do you think?
I mean, I'm thinking that they've got 10 HP or less, so they're all asleep.
Nice guess. No, 4 of
Hmm.
them do drop off, though.
I'll take 4.
Yeah, so they're like, I don't want to go to bed. I don't want to.
And
then
then
the one remaining is like, no, this is not how the revolution is supposed to go. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
with my bonus action, I am going to give. I think this will be better actually overall. So that Evie, you don't have to keep wasting your bonus action on it. I'm going to do the Draconic Cry next.
Please say that again, because your sound cut out. Perfect. Great. I'm. It was important that we heard that.
My mic
Lovely.
isn't used to high-pitched
the-
characters.
Because I can't handle this. I'm not attuned for this. Great. So, the one doll standing is going to turn to you, Rhodey, furious, and is going to. I mean, actually, I say toddle. She can technically walk, but also because she's been animated by the tempest, she actually just rises up and floats towards you with her needle. Time to go to sleep yourself. Okay. That's a good point. I didn't check their immunities. But sleep is not on there. Paralyzed is, but yeah. Wait, does it count as a charm? Actually, you know what? I don't care. I liked it. It's cute. It's fun. Okay, so she's going to fly towards you and completely stack that. I'm assuming an 8 does not hit you.
8 does not hit me.
She just like floats towards you with her needle outstretched and like just slowly does that, and you're able to just sidestep. It's like, no, stay there. I'm gonna turn around and come at you again and stay there this time. But she only has 1 hit, so that's gonna be on her next turn if she's still hit. Great. At the top of the round. Yes. At the top of the round, the Tempest. Thank you all for your little dance. Is going to clap her hands together, and there's going to, and it's sort of in the direction of now. Lagon, Pip, you came around the other side, but the other 3 of you are kind of directly in front of her. And you're not in a perfect line, but if the line is 10 foot wide, you're in a line. She's going to clap her hands together. Could you please make a strength saving throw?
I mean, you could choose any other stat. Any other.
Yep. And hey, is that not the 3 of you who only have a strength score of 8?
I can't help that I'm chunky. I've got gains, what can I say?
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a non-natural 1.
I got at 15.
Yeah, I'm afraid even with the 15, well tried. You are all going to get pushed back 15 feet. Do any of you have any open flames? I've got to ask.
I don't think so.
I mean, there probably would have been like a couple of bits from just immolation, just kind of
Sure.
as residue.
They've gone out. They're gone.
Oh, thank God for that.
You're no longer burning.
No,
Congratulations.
why was I on fire?
Great. Tine, it's now round to your turn.
Okay. It's gonna being pushed back to say, there's something very wrong with my costume. I'm gonna have to do something extra to fix it. And is going to use a meta magic to transmute a 4th level fireball into a cold ball.
Nice.
Which also means I roll on an elemental shard thing, but I'll do the fireball first.
Okay. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You're placing this so it's not going to hit. Hit.
I actually have a question as well. Might not be important. Is the Tempest still holding the dice jail dice?
She is, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she probably had to like put it in a pocket because she used both hands with her sword and to do the clap, but it is on her person.
Interesting. Yes, but can she make me a dex save, please?
She can, yes. Oh, that's only a 16.
That fails because Tina's spell save DC, even at level 9, the weakest she's ever been on stream, is still 17.
Incredible.
Cool. So that is 9d6 of cold damage.
Oh, spicy.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5.
I just want to clarify while you're counting, when she did the big windy clap, technical terms, all of the sleepy dolls were also like blown backwards, and like, I'm not going to say that you took damage, isn't it? But you were hit in the face with a couple of asleep dolls,
Who are still asleep, though.
and they're still asleep.
Yeah.
Just making cute. No.
Yeah. And now we begin. The Eevee counts.
Okay, hang on, one moment. Then I'm going to use another meta magic to re-roll my 2 lowest dice, which I don't think means I roll on the table twice, so just still once. Yes, that's much better. So that is 41, that's 47, 40... that is 50! Cold damage!
We have an emote in chat that's for Paladin math. I think we need a new one that's
Eevee math.
Eevee math.
Eevee math,
Yeah.
yeah.
Incredible, yeah.
Eevee math, it goes at 2 miles per hour. If that.
I mean, she is a being at the moment of lightning and electricity and clouds as well, and clouds obviously being water. You see whole parts of her where this ice ball has hit, just kind of frost over, and then crack and shatter, and then are replaced by another bit of cloud as she screams in pain at this huge hit that you have done.
I will just shout, sorry!
I thought we were going to be friends!
You still have the dice! I'm sticking with it.
This
I'm
is a
gonna roll-
good gift. That's a good point. Maybe I'll use it. Do you have any bonus actions?
I've rolled on, not the bonus action yet, but I've rolled on my shard table.
Uh-huh.
And
Roll the
Eight-
shard table.
it's not even a real thing. I have to have all of the different shards equipped and then roll from that. Okay, so I got water.
Okay.
So in a 10-foot radius of me, a big wave comes out. And each creature of my choice within that 10 foot takes 2d6 cold damage and must succeed a strength saving throw.
Nice. Okay, so she's pretty strong. That is a non-nat 20.
That makes it. So she doesn't get pushed backwards, but she still takes the damage.
Okay. I will say, even though it did look pretty painful, and it was still a chunky hit, you did notice that the cold damage didn't, given that she is a stormy person, maybe didn't do as much of a chunky hit as you thought. And we'll just let you know.
Okay. That is another 7 cold damage, which will probably go down.
Yeah.
If only Tine were a fire sorcerer.
If only.
I think it was in any of the books.
I've consumed enough of them to know.
Incredible. Right. On her turn, she is going to. Now, let me see. I mean, Isnet's been kept busy with the dolls, so he's probably fine for the moment. Kerfuffle has just done a big chunky hit, but it's the one with the antlers and the one with the rat that I think she's most concerned about right now. So
The one
she's
with
going
pets.
the two with pets. So I think she's going to draw the wind around her, and they're going to form similarly to how the lightning bolt formed in her hand before. She's now going to form javelins of pure wind and throw them, one each, to both of you. There's no saving throw. There's no to hit with this. It just hits. The one to leg on Pip is going to spear through you for 19 force damage.
Ouches.
And the one to Tordigarnot is going to spear through for 21 force damage.
I'll use my reaction to put the stuffed rat in front of me again and try and block some of the damage. I won't block all of it, but that will be... Where has it gone? So I can do... Oh, that'll be 7 points, so that'll be 14 I'll take.
Great. Lovely. And I think she's going to start floating a little bit further away from the two of you, just as she's a little wary of how this is going to go. She can only fly in a hovery fashion up to 50 feet. So, but she will hover backwards, and it looks like she's crackling, ready to form more lightning bolts. But it's not her turn yet. It's Lagom's turn. Lagom Pip. What you gonna do?
No, come back! You need to go home!
This is my home now!
No, it shouldn't be. It's awful here, and there's a sphinx that lives here. Also, I'm sure your husband wants his hand back. I don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, weirdly enough, we do a little flashback to the screen that's showing the party, the barbecue, and we see the poppet there that does have
Hello.
You know what? He does have a little red panda on his hand.
Damnedest thing.
But she doesn't have a little red coat or her own little red scarf. And she looks very inanimate, almost like she was somehow swapped with an actual hand puppet at some point and he'd not noticed.
Absolutely impossible. I notice everything.
Yeah,
I'm very attentive, as my wife would tell you before she tried to kill me. Okay. Help, I'm tangled up in my hands. Oh no! As the prophecy foretold. Okay, right. Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm having a moment, podcast listeners.
Tom got a wee bit tangled.
I just got tangled. There's too many wires and too many props. So she's 50 feet away now.
Yeah, you were 10 feet away from her for pokey stabbings. So she's now 60 feet away from you.
That is perfect. So as my beloved dog begins... Ready? Which is also quite good because, again, as Pinecone stops, she also does get to ram. So the
her little toy antlers that are on her head.
just probably like you're wearing that small, and they just
Wait, these light up. Hang on. Wait. No, there we go. Perfect. Flawless.
I think that's perfect. As we strike, and the antlers just go. Bonk. Okay, I'm going to roll. I'll roll for nutmeg to start with. Does an 18 hit?
It
Yes.
does.
You still have advantage.
Mhm.
And then the next one was a 10. So with the advantage, 18. So that is 2d6. So for the ramming damage, that is 4 plus. So that's
Grazing.
eight of bludgeoning. And
Not magical though, right? Because it's not a magical weapon.
well, she's magic to me.
No.
Oh, poor little pinecone. She's like, uh-huh.
Okay, so that was 8, and then it also was can she make a strength saving throw, please?
Can she? I think for this, whatever it is that you're about to do, she sees you and she pulls out, in desperation, the jailed dice. Ha! Think you can get me?
No,
Well,
don't.
what if I roll with disadvantage?
No, please don't.
Well, I rolled a 20 and a 9. So that 9 becomes an 18.
It passes.
Sorry.
Hey, that's look. Has a pause of like going. Maybe those are the blessed dice.
Maybe the dice have done their time. Maybe they learned their lesson.
Yeah.
Maybe they're fine now.
They're the Jean Valjean of the dice world.
Mhm.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I? A polyhedron.
This is a very singy musical episode, and I'm loving it.
Basically musical.
I'm gonna so as the song of Les Mis plays in the back of my head. The lance. Okay, great. 28 to hit.
Will hit.
So that is 15 points of piercing, and then with advantage, that is 23 to hit.
Will hit.
And that is a 13 of piercing.
13. Nice. The clouds are sort of almost disparate. Like there is still the woman in the center, and she is like staggered and leaning and trying to. There's nothing around her solid to grasp, so she's nearly on the floor. Is there anything else? Any bonus? You've done a lot.
It's just lovely to be back. Still keeping my distance, still keeping the 10 feet as I sort of curve, having trampled her and sort of curved round. Yeah. No, I don't. Nothing for bonus. No.
Okay. In that case, at the end of your turn, she's going to pull up the tendrils of lightning that have started to snake their way across the sand. She's going to pull them and hurl a thunderbolt at you.
Oh,
Could you
no.
please make me a dexterity saving throw?
So, it was a 10, but I have indomitable. So I'm like, no, I'm not taking that. 17.
Unfortunately, still not quite high enough.
Hey.
Mm.
Question:
Hey.
Is it a spell attack?
No, it's a legendary action.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
In that case, this lightning scoots through you to the tune of, I didn't roll that great, 21 thunder damage as it hits through Legon Pip.
He's still standing.
Great. Lovely. In that case, Tordy Garnet.
I'm quite far away from her at the minute, so what I'm going to do...
sorry.
I've got to get up, and well, I don't get up because I went knocked over, but I'll just, all right, okay. So, shake the rat a bit, put it back, and I start to glow, and then I just sort of push off of the ground, and I just start flying across the sand. I'm going to use psi-powered leap, which gives me a flying speed equal to double my walking speed for the turn. So I shall use that, get right up into her face and go, start attacking.
Great.
This is with advantage.
Uh-huh.
First attack is a 22 to hit.
Will hit.
Second attack is almost a crit again, 30 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay, so the first attack will have sneak attack because Lagom is there. So, and I'm going to do psionic stuff again. So that's 14 points of piercing damage plus 2 points of force damage on the first attack.
As you come around with that first attack, what does it look like?
So I know that we're not actually trying to kill her, so I should have been saying that these were non-lethal. But
Yeah,
as I go in and I go to do a lethal strike against her, I realise just how down she is. And at the last minute, with the last little bit of flight I have, I sort of flip up behind her and just crack her in the back of the head with the butt of the sword.
Mm-hmm. And you're there even before she can react, even with her lightning fast reflexes. She turns round just in time for the butt of the sword to hit her in the head. Thank you. And you can see the look of like frustration and horror on her face as she collapses face first in the sand, wild long red hair splayed out, and the clouds disperse, and there's just a very large giant woman having a little dirt nap. The one other doll that bless you, that was sort of turning around and slowly getting ready to attack, isn't it? Just kind of also and takes a little dirt nap as well.
I kick it.
It is you.
We're out of initiative.
Right, Lagom, do you just place the puppet on her head? And then she gets...
We
I don't
say
know
the
how it
words.
works.
We need to say the words.
Oh, yeah, the words. What
Yeah,
are the words?
we've got to do the Macarena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, big whales.
That wasn't in the rules, but now it is.
Your rebels are now attended.
And we say the words.
Yep.
And the woman disappears as if mist, with a little crackle, and the mist floats into the puppet, which obviously is not on the puppet's hand right now, but it does have a little lightning crackle runs over it.
Oh my god!
And it
Oh my god!
and it doesn't move, but you can tell that she is safely contained inside.
I know. I'm as surprised as you are.
Oh no! You've managed to abate the problem. The hecatahedron of happenstance when she fell to the floor, had rolled from her hand, and it is right there, ready for the taking.
What room did it roll?
That is a very good question, and one I don't think I'm prepared to answer right in this second, but I should have been. Shame on me. It rolled a 2. We never roll that low.
Oh, it's fortuitous.
Oh my god.
Let's see who opens
it-
it first.
I mean,
think-
okay.
Oh no. I was on the master encounter list that's not shuffled, and on that a 2 is the Sphinx room.
It
But it's
never
not.
occurs to us. We're just like, oh, it's broken.
No, it's not. A 2 is the clock.
Ornate room.
The ornate room. But you're not taking that. I mean, there is a door that just sort of creaks open and is ready for you to go. But you've defeated her. Now there is, I'm sure, another adventure that you could have where you have to replace the Tempest hand puppet with the fake hand puppet that's on the puppet's hand. But we don't have time for that. So we'll assume that you do it, and there's japes and capers.
Can I do one thing before we leave?
Oh yes, please.
Can I roll the Rebecca dice?
Oh,
Just to
go
see
on.
what happens.
Just to see what would happen. I'm surprised that none of you decided to pull it out during the fight.
I was going to do it the next round, but it wrapped up.
It seems very rude, you know.
Touching the sacred Rebecca dice.
Yeah.
Go on, give it a try.
That's where we're going to get. Okay, what do you want? Words fail me.
Roll
at this
3d20.
3d20s.
The only way we can naturally reoccur the.
Okay. I got a 1,
Uh-huh.
a 16,
Uh-huh.
and a 20.
There it is. There it is, folks.
There it is.
What better button to end on here? Thank you all for joining us for this gorgeous little show with these gorgeous players who are all absolutely wonderful. Thank you all so much. That was so much fun. If you enjoyed tonight, this is the last one before we take a little break for the festive period. So if you miss us next week, go back and watch some of the stuff in the archives, or give yourself the chance to catch up, or hey, I don't know, go and enjoy life for a little bit. But we should have a show this Friday. Josh, should be the final talk together of the year.
The year, yes.
Where you get to see some of us chatting about that Baldur's Gate 3 game that happened that we all quite like. And I know we had a little special guest talking about that last week, and that was great. And now you get to hear the rest of us talk about it as well. So that's gonna be on Friday, and then in a couple of weeks in the new year, we're gonna be kicking off the new year with our final festive season one shot. Sean, do you want to tell us about that?
Oh, I suppose I could. So I don't want to give too much away because I've got people who are playing in it. But the adventure has been inspired by a song. So get your musical hats on, and try and work out what song I have taken inspiration from. And there will be clues. That's the puzzle. But yeah.
Great.
See if you can work it out.
I swear if it's Deck the Halls, so like that's the
It
one
is
song
now.
Yeah. Fa la 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 la. There.
Deck the Macarena.
Amazing. So we're going to be kicking off again on Mondays and Tuesdays, 6 p.m. UK time GMT, in the new year. And then come and watch all of that. And then we all have our shows archived on YouTube, so you can either watch us live on stream on Twitch or watch it all on YouTube. Look for Roll Together RPG on both and you'll find us. The same if you want to listen to podcasts, look for Roll Together RPG and all the socials as well. A huge thank you to our wonderful D20 club. You're all amazing people, and you mean the world to us, and you help us do all of this stuff. So you're fab. And if you want to be as cool as they are, you can join up and follow the links in chat for details on that. Thank you once again to our sponsors and supporters. Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous season. Deck those halls, folks. Deck those halls.
Big classy at the table.
Wait, say classy at the table. Oh, stay at the table.